What happens when I take almost a week off from Baldur's Gate? Well, same thing that happened last time when I went on vacation. Lots of theory crafting, specifically for builds and whatnot. And there's some changes going on. First things first, with Will, it was just a little bit of cleaning up. Well, I guess we'll just start with Shadowheart. Shadowheart's the same. Easy. Did nothing with Shadowheart. She's going to be what we respect her last time. She'll be a light mage. Should be fun. She's actually going to be more handy now with what we're about to talk about. But first was Will. So it's still the same plan of having 5 Warlock, 7 Paladin. I just wanted to clean up some of his spells, but in the process I also changed his feat, which is the biggest thing. And then, depending on how this goes long term, I might actually respec him into a different Paladin class. Still a Paladin, but different, whatever that's called, class, devotion, whatever it is. So, again, the main thing, I cleaned up his skills, so let's go over what spells he has first, and then we'll go over the big change. So for his cantrips, obviously, Eldritch Blast is his biggest one, because it's getting benefits from his Charisma stat. Eventually, it'll be shooting 3 beams, so it's just going to be the nice ranged option. If I don't want to use a spell slot, he can use this to do some really good damage. Obviously, it'd still be less damage than getting his 3 attacks out, because yes, he gets 3 attacks. Actually 4, as we'll discuss soon. But it's still much stronger to do that. But again, if I needed a range option, I have Eldritch Blast. Since it's a cantrip, it doesn't use a spell slot, so that's cool. Otherwise, I took Bone Chill just because it says it prevents healing. That could be useful, situational. And then Blade Ward is a nice defensive buff, giving him resistance to melee attacks. Level 1 spell, I decided on Command. Because, again, very situational, but he's going to have a very high, it's called DC, because he's eventually going to have 20 Charisma. So the DC is going to be, right now it's 15, which is high enough. It's going to be 16 eventually. And the best part is it's a Wisdom save. So, generally speaking, I'd be using Command like we did in the very beginning of the game to make an enemy like drop their weapon. Otherwise, I can have them grovel to be prone as well. So basically, I would probably be using that against like a tough, high AC or high health character, which generally means not like a mage character, which generally means they won't have high wisdom. So the enemies I'd probably use Command on probably don't have a high wisdom. So combine that with the fact that I'll have a super high DC, Command should be a pretty fun, if situational, spell to use. And that's the big thing about him. Long term, as a Paladin, he should be using his spell slots mainly to smite. We don't have smite yet. So I chose mostly mostly spells for utility's sake. So that'll be the theme here. Generally, not all of them. So Command is going to be a great utility spell. Scorching Ray is going to be an actual offensive spell. So this does do more damage as, I get higher levels because it gets upcast. As a Warlock, my spells just automatically upcast. So right now, comparing it to Eldritch Blast, it's significantly stronger because it does 4 rays. But even when Eldritch Blast gets 3 rays, which is its biggest amount it can get, Scorching Ray is only slightly more damage. But again, it should also be upscaled even more. So generally speaking, again, Eldritch Blast is my cantrip ranged attack, so I don't use a spell slot. But if I really need to do damage from someone, and I couldn't get in melee range, Scorching Ray is my single target, I really need to hit that guy, spell. Another utility spell here is Hold Person. And again, just like Command, it's going to be a Wisdom save, so the people I would theoretically be using it on theoretically wouldn't have high Wisdom. When you hold them, obviously they can't move, can't take actions, but the best part is any attack on them is a crit. So they take massive damage and can't do anything about it. So that should be a really awesome ability. And its bonus for being upcast, which again, it just automatically upcasts, is I can use it on multiple targets. So it's not even just a single target. Darkness is going to be a huge thing. I did a lot of testing with this, and this is going to come into play with the feat that I took. But darkness is a big area effect that blinds enemies, which means it gives them gives them disadvantage and gives us advantage. The good thing is Will can see through the darkness, so he can walk into that blind cloud and not become blind. The downside is anyone else can't do that. So any melee character that walks into it for us will be blinded, which means even though the enemies are going to have disadvantage, we will also not have advantage, so it kind of negates that. Even worse, though, is specifically with this spell, as it says right here, you can't make ranged attacks into it. So if I blind an area, like if I blind these two enemies, yeah, Will have the advantage on them, but my character can't shoot into the cloud, Karlach can't throw into the cloud, Shadowheart can't walk into the cloud in melee because then she'd be at disadvantage. And even worse, most spells also don't work into it. The only spells that work are the melee spells, like melee range touch spells. There is one exception, and that's Magic Missile. So basically, if I use Darkness, only Will can do anything with it. So I'm really only... And the weird thing is, this is the weirdest part, even Fireball, you cannot cast Fireball onto Darkness, which makes no sense. Like, I understand you can't shoot into the cloud because you don't know where anyone is, but why can't you cast the AoE spell into the cloud? It doesn't make any sense. So my original idea was, I can cast Darkness and then everyone can like fuck the people up in there by using range attacks. It doesn't work that way. Something else does, we'll talk about later. But basically, again, it's a situational thing. I'd use this to lock down an area where I'd cast the spell right here and then just have like Will post up. The good news is this is a 5-meter radius, and generally speaking, enemies would use up their turn running through it. So no matter what, it's like basically going to be used to lock down an area, as opposed to like, blind them and we all attack them. It's more so blind them and make them waste their turn running through it. Will still gets the advantage if they stay in it. Unfortunately, he won't be able to attack and cast the spell. But this is going to be a little more situational than I originally hoped, just because of this whole aspect that you can't make any range attacks through it. And unfortunately, it debuffs allies as well, so again, Shadowheart can't walk in there and do melee attacks either. But it's there, and it's going to be important for something we talk about. Finally, he has Fireball, because, again, Fireball is just extremely strong. And like all his other spells, it's going to be upcast for even more damage, so that's awesome. So he has 2 damage dealers, again, single target Scorching Ray, AoE Fireball, and then he has a situational Command, Hold Person, and Darkness, and he has his cantrips, specifically Eldritch Blast. As a Paladin, he has 2 different healing things. First, he has Lay on Hands, which is the Paladin thing, so he can heal himself, he can heal other targets, he can remove diseases. That's all Paladins. His specific Devotion, or whatever it's called, gives him an AoE, which doubles on the healing. So it heals the first time it's cast, and then heals the next turn after that. So he has some healing, which is pretty nice. So, the big thing, however, this was just cleaning up spells and whatnot. The big thing is I changed his feat. So originally I gave him Polearm Master because I was very interested in seeing how that worked. That just meant when people walked into his range, he attacked them. So instead of them having to leave his range, all they had to do was walk into it. And that would have synergized with Darkness very well. But I didn't realize it was a reaction. And he had a bunch of reactions at the time, which is why I wanted to clean things up with him. Right now he has Counterspell as a reaction. I guess I should talk about that. I didn't realize it wasn't here. So basically he has 2 reactions. Either he's going to use Opportunity Attack, so if someone walks past him, he can attack them. Or he has Counterspell. So when someone casts a spell, he can interrupt them. So he has 2 reactions, whereas before with Polar Master, that would be a 3rd reaction, and he'd just have so many options, it was kind of a waste. Plus long term, this is better anyway. So instead, I was going to give him this anyways, but I decided to give it to him now. He has Great Weapon Master, and there's 2 things about Great Weapon Master. The best thing about it is, if he gets a crit, or if he gets a kill, it gives him an extra attack as a bonus action, which is why I'm saying he can get 4 attacks per turn. Not right now, once he gets to Paladin 5, so at level 10 total, but eventually he can get 4 attacks per turn, because he'll have 2 attacks from Warlock, 2 attacks from Paladin, and if he gets a kill or a crit, he'll get a bonus action to get another attack. So it's going to be important for him not to waste his bonus actions. If I think I can get a kill, ideally, I would save my bonus action to then get another attack out. So that's just always active. If he gets a crit or a kill, he gets another attack as a bonus action. Awesome. The other part of this is going to be more situational, but it's insanely good. So, I can toggle this on and off. What it does is, it gives him 10 extra damage on his attacks. So it essentially doubles his damage. But in return, he takes a -5 to attack. So he's less likely to hit, but if he hits, he's gonna fuck somebody up. And that is really awesome, and that is where there's a lot of things I need to do here. He needs to either boost his attack bonus, or get advantage. So that's where Darkness would come in handy, because again, by blinding enemies, it gives him advantage. Unfortunately, Darkness kind of fucks the rest of the party that they can't do anything, but it's an option. He has these gloves, where if he's surrounded by enemies, he has advantage. So ideally, he would intentionally get in between 2 enemies, thus giving him advantage and allowing me to use this +10 damage. Otherwise, I have it written down here. The best option would be having Shadowheart cast Color Spray. That's just because it doesn't use a spell slot, so, it'd just be a free spell. Of course, it only works on enemies at 33 HP or lower, so that kind of sucks, but still. Otherwise, she has a bunch of other spells as well. She has Fairy Fire, which essentially blinds the enemies that she shoots it on. She also has Bless, which gives allies 1d4 to attack rolls. And finally, I have to respec my character, so I can't show it here, but I intentionally am going to do this on stream for a reason. But I'm going to have this spell called Fog Cloud, and Fog Cloud blinds enemies as well, and the best part is, it doesn't have any other conditions. It's not like you can't shoot through it or anything like that. And it's not a DC. It's a guarantee AoE blind. This is going to be pretty awesome. So more than likely, it'd be me. If we really needed to, I would blind a group, which would then allow Will to go in there, using his +10 damage, fucking people up. Once he gets a kill, he gets another attack out. So Will be cleaning house situationally. I feel like most of the time I'd have this off just because the penalty right now is very high. Like for instance, Withers has 10 AC. Super, super low AC. With this on right now... Wait, what? I swear when I tested this was much lower. Okay. Well, it's 70%, so that's good. But people aren't going to have 10 AC. I swear this was like 45 or some shit when I was testing. I did a lot of testing, so there might have been some other issues too. But still, at 10 AC, a super low AC, 70% sounds like it's high, but keep in mind people are going to be like 14, 15, 16 AC. So it's going to be a very low percent chance. So most of the time I'll probably turn this off. But again, if I really needed to, I can turn it on. So I cleaned up Will's thing, and more importantly, gave him that great weapon master. That's the easy part, and I took 15 minutes to explain that. Now, I'm just going to reload this test save I was doing when I was experimenting with skills to better emphasize what's going on here. Karlach was easy because I discussed it when she reached level 6. Because she's being played differently than I intended, I didn't know I'd be throwing weapons with her. I had to redo like what she does after Barbarian. She's still going to multi-class, and she's still going to take Barbarian. I can't remember what it is, like 7 or 8 or something. I don't remember what it is. She's still going to go very high in Barbarian. But what she's doing a multi-class in is Rogue. Specifically, Thief. And the reason for that is actually twofold. First of all, the reason that I was discussing on stream is Thief is going to give her an extra bonus action. And again, this is just a test save here. So she'll have 2 bonus actions. What that means is when she's raging, she'll be able to throw twice, and then she'll be able to enrage throw twice, which means she'll get 4 throws out per turn, which is awesome. That alone is enough reason to go into the Thief subclass with Rogue. But there is something I wasn't taking into account, because again, this is just me spitballing on stream, and that is that Rogues get sneak attack. And this is where things get interesting, and I had to test things out. Because technically speaking, sneak attack in this game is an ability. You have sneak attack range and sneak attack melee. I'm having her throw. Throwing is not sneak attack melee. It's also not sneak attack range. So you would think, oh, you can't sneak attack with a throw because there's no ability for it. But there's also a passive sneak attack, which you can see here. And even here, it's not exactly as it says. So yes, you could use the ability sneak attack melee, sneak attack range, or you can just passively proc sneak attack. How do you passively proc sneak attack? Again, the description is not correct, specifically with throws. With other melee weapons or ranged weapons, it does passively work. You don't have to use the ability. With throws, you only get it to work with the passive. And this says it works with anyone you have advantage against. So theoretically, if someone was below me, I would have advantage on them. And I should get a sneak attack when I throw. It doesn't work that way. Throws are slightly finicky, but not too bad, to be honest. The TLDR, in terms of sneak attacks with throwing, the easiest option is to have an ally next to an enemy. If an ally is flanking an enemy, you can do a sneak attack to them. Easy enough. The other obvious answer, if she's invisible, she can get a sneak attack on enemies. Easy enough. Also, if she attacks out of combat, meaning right now if she started the fight, she would proc a sneak attack. Or what's actually going to happen is, if I start a fight, but she's still not in the fight, let's see if they fuck me over with a 70% chance miss. Good. So even though the fight started, because she wasn't in the fight, she still procs sneak attack. So sneak attack procs if an ally is flanking the enemy, if you're invisible, if you're attacking from out of combat, so whether you're starting the fight or you're still not in the fight yet, that. But it also works, and this is where it's going to synergize with itself here, if you hide. Now, again, rogues get sneak attack, thieves get a second bonus action, but rogues also get the option to sneak as a bonus action. So what she can do, in this case, we'll use the example. Now, she doesn't have multiple attacks because it's just a test build. She's not the right level. Ignore that part. But what she can do is what happened right here. So I start the fight with my character. She throws a weapon, gets a crit on someone. Then she can look around. As long as no one's looking at her, she can use her bonus action to hide. And then next turn, when she attacks, she will be able to sneak attack them again. because she's hidden. So, you can get it when you're invisible, obviously. You can get it when they're being flanked. You can get it when you're attacking from out of combat. And you can get it when you're hiding. So, it's going to be relatively easy for her to get sneak attacks, since she's going to have 2 bonus actions as well as 2 attacks. And the best part about all of this is, it works whether she's raging or not. Obviously, I'm stingy. It's something I have to try and still get over. I have to start using spells and rages and stuff. I just still am not. But what's great is, this is good when she's raging. Again, she gets 2 bonus actions, which means she can throw twice with the enraged throw if she so chose. Or she can still crouch and get a sneak attack. Damage-wise, it's actually less efficient to do that. It's still more efficient to throw twice and enraged throw twice. But with rage, she has options. But even if she's not raging, she has options, because again, she can just use one of her bonus actions to hide, and then proc sneak attack next turn. So she's going to be getting sneak attack a lot, obviously on top of doing crazy damage, and just like with her normal attacks, her throw gloves double dip with sneak attack. So if you look at this right here, this is the sneak attack. The damage will change based on her level, so ignore the numbers, just know that this is the sneak attack. But her sneak attack also does 2d4 from her throwing gloves. So her throwing gloves proc on the throw, they also proc on the sneak attack. So not only is she, eventually, this is her end amount, 'cause she's not dipping into rogue for long. She will be getting 2d6 sneak attack. But that's not all. She'll be getting 2d6 plus 2d4. And that's just on top of her normal damage. So specifically, a throwing sneak attack has the extra bonus of the throwing glove stacking twice, just like it stacks twice on the throws. So it's really 4 stacks of the throwing buff on top of the normal attack, on top of the sneak attack. So this is going to be important with my character. So I should mention sneak attacks count as a reaction. So if I use a sneak attack, I can't then use an opportunity attack if they walk past me, for instance. But that's okay, because I'm not going to have any reaction with Karlach anyway. And also that means you can only use 1 sneak attack per turn. Which is why, even though I'm hiding right now, I don't have the second attack because she's not the right level. But if she had the second attack, even though she's hiding, she couldn't get a second sneak attack on them. So it's more efficient to either hide at the end of your turn, or even better, hide at the start of your turn, then get the sneak attack. And that means you have to pick and choose who you want to sneak attack. And you can turn that on and off, which I did. I make it so it asks me if I sneak attack. But that's how that's going to work. She's going to be throwing, she'll be hiding, she'll be getting a sneak attack, she'll be getting 2 throws from enraged throw. It's going to be fun. We're not going to have all that yet, because she's only going to have Rogue 1, but that's how that works. My character, this is the biggest thing. This is why this is called Gloom Assassin. I am entirely redoing my character. Now, I'm still going to be a ranger, but I'm going to be a different subclass. The Pet Bastard just wasn't really working the way that I envisioned it. And yes, a big part of it is because, again, I am being, if you want to say stingy, scared, whatever. I'm not necessarily sending my pets out to attack all the time. So it's a me thing, but also it's them not functioning how I originally envisioned it. So I'm respecing my character, and this is going to be absolutely insane. Let's look here. My character is going to be the ultimate starter. He's going to do crazy, stupid, high burst damage on the first turn. He is going to be a ranger rogue, specifically a Gloom Stalker ranger and an assassin rogue. And this is something that, I thought about when I first started envisioning my characters. When they announced Gloom Stalker, this was the obvious combination, but I was just kind of obsessed with the Beastmaster spider crowd control thing that doesn't work the way I thought it would. So this is why I immediately thought of when I thought of this. And this is what we were doing. And now I had time to look into it. God, it's going to be insane. So, the best way, I wrote all these notes down so it's easy to explain, because there's a lot happening, even though it's very easy to understand. First of all, due to the assassin, if I attack out of combat, meaning if I start, the attack right here, I get my actions back. So normally, if Karlach were to attack, yes, she'd, get the attack and surprise them, but she'd still end up using her action, because that counts as battle. You attack them, your turn's over. With the assassin subclass, that doesn't happen. I can attack out of combat, and then it refreshes all of my actions, so I get to attack again. So that's one thing. So you get one extra attack, essentially, which means I get 3 attacks on the first turn. Because naturally you get 2 attacks, the assassin refreshes your attacks, so that becomes 3 attacks. But wait, there's more. That's the assassin subclass. The Gloom Stalker subclass gives you 1 extra attack on the first turn. So with the assassin, I start the fight by attacking them, I get my attacks back, I have 2 more attacks by default, but then the Gloom Stalker gives me a 3rd attack, meaning I have 4 attacks on the first turn. But wait, there's more. Because the assassin guarantees critical hits on enemies that are surprised. How do you surprise enemies? By starting the attack. So, what's going to happen is, I start the attack with a shot, 1 turn, or 1 attack, and that's a normal attack. It's not a guaranteed crit, but I get 1 normal attack. The fight starts. They're surprised. Well, I get 1 attack, guaranteed crit. I get 2 attacks, guaranteed crit. I get my 3rd extra attack, which is guaranteed crit. But wait, there's more. That 3rd attack also gets an extra 1d8 damage. But because it's a crit, it's actually an extra 2d8 damage. But wait, there's more. Sneak attacks. Now, because the assassin refreshes your actions when you shoot from out of combat, it also refreshes your reaction, which means that first attack, which is not a crit, the first attack is also a sneak attack. So you're doing normal hit, sneak attack. Fight starts. Crit hit, crit sneak. Crit hit, extra attack, extra damage. So you get 1 normal attack. You get 3 normal crits, 1 normal sneak, 1 crit sneak, and then 1 crit extra attack. It's insane, stupid, high burst damage. And that's the first turn. Oh, so maybe the rest of their turns you fall off. No, because as we just discussed with Karlach, I can still do normal sneak attacks once per turn with the same action she's using. I can go ahead and just use my bonus action to hide and then get the sneak attack per turn. So the first turn, yes, I go stupid ham on everybody. But every turn after that, I can just go ahead and hide and get a crit hit, not a crit hit, a sneak attack every turn too. So this doesn't just work on the first turn. The first turn's obviously the big thing, but it also gives you sneak attacks every other turn as well, which is great. So let's see here. That's everything? Good, so now I can show it off. I can show off both their builds. Again, keeping in mind they're not the right level, so they don't have all of their attacks yet. Theoretically, they would each have 1 extra attack, but we'll just show how this works. So the way it works, I start the fight with a shot. Bam. That shot does normal damage and sneak attack. Because of the assassin, it resets my stuff, so I can attack again, and I have the bonus action. So, let's go ahead and attack again. Bam. Awesome. Now let's pretend, again on the right level, I have another attack. Bam. Shoot him. Okay, that's 3 attacks. But let's go ahead and use our 4th attack, which, as it says right here, adds 1d8. But wait, 1d8 as a crit becomes 2d8. So, and it's a sneak attack. So, like I said, we start the fight with the normal attack and the sneak attack. Then we get 1 normal crit. Then we get another normal crit that I couldn't show off here. And then we get a normal crit, sneak attack crit, with the bonus 2d8 crit. So, if I had all my actions here, I can kill the 3 of these guys on the first turn. Which is just insane, because these guys, first of all, have stupid high armor. They have a good amount of health. But again, first turn, killing 3 people is just nuts. So that's how it starts. I start the fight, I fuck everybody up. Now Karlach, who's not in the fight yet, can do what she wants. She can throw at you. Target's too close, alright. She can throw at you. Which, of course, well, she just happened to get a crit there. That was just an RNG nat 20. But otherwise, it's still just a normal attack, sneak attack. And then she gets to throw again. And then, depending on what she wants to do, she can hide now, she can hide later, she can rage now and then do an enraged throw, whatever she wants. So the 2 of us are going to be getting sneak attacks every turn. She is also potentially going to be throwing 4 times per turn. I'm going to be attacking 4 times in the first turn, doing stupid high damage. It's going to be nuts. Alright, so I think I explained that stuff well enough. Let me remove all this, because now I've already respec'd Karlach and Will, because you guys didn't need to see that since it was just cleaning things up. With Karlach, it was just taking Rogue 1. There's nothing to choose from that stuff. So that's easy. The big thing is me. I wanted to show off respecking me just so you can see that stuff. So, load. I can now delete that test save. Bam. Load this. Alright. Now it only took a half hour, which I'm actually not too condescending about. I knew I'd rant a lot, but I hope I explained how things work. Because I had to do a lot of testing, specifically to throw sneak attacks. Because again, there's nothing in the game that tells you about throw sneak attacks. Even looking online, there wasn't really much of anything. I had to test what procs sneak attack and what doesn't. Which actually reminds me, so for him, it does work with advantage, meaning all he needs is high ground. He doesn't even need to hide to get sneak attack. He just needs high ground or enemy is next to an ally or anything. So his sneak attacks proc much easier. Hers are still very easy. All she has to do is hide or something. But still, his proc normally. Hers have slightly more situational aspects to it. Alright. So, oh, that does remind me, because it's also going to be affecting my character. One thing with Will's spells you're going to notice here, I no longer have Hex for Will. So Hex was a concentration spell that I was able to freely recast over and over as long as it didn't break concentration. Couple problems with that. First of all, now that he's going to be in the front lines, that means he's going to be getting hit more often, which means he's going to potentially lose concentration more often. The biggest thing is, though, his 3 situational spells are all concentration as well. So if he wanted to cast Command, Hold Person, or Darkness, he would lose that concentration of Hex anyway. So it just didn't really synergize too well. So I really had to debate, like, well, I mean, do I want to keep Hex all the time and then very rarely use these? Do I want to use these instead? Like, I didn't know what to do. But the more I thought about it, Hex adds 1 to 6 damage per attack. Now, if you kill an enemy, you get Hex back, but you can't Hex someone else because he already used his bonus action. So, the best case scenario with Hex giving you damage is if you were attacking a single enemy. So let's pretend you're attacking one tough enemy. You would be doing 3 to 18 extra damage on that one enemy for the cost of one bonus action. Well, again, this isn't the exact comparison, but Great Weapon Master gives you 1 extra attack if you get a crit or a kill. So yeah, I would have to change the rules and say, if I attack somebody else and got a kill, I can then attack that guy 3 times. And that basically says I get 1 extra attack for 1 bonus action. 1 extra attack is 7 to 17 damage, as opposed to Hex being 3 to 18 damage. Not completely fair comparisons, but it's also best case scenario for Hex, whereas for the basic attacks, it's just normal scenario. So even in best case scenario for Hex, Hex is only doing 1 more high-end damage, but 4 less low-end damage. So TLDR, I felt like using my bonus action to get an extra attack was overall better damage, but more importantly, was just overall more likely to happen. I felt it was kind of a waste to use Hex as a bonus action, because yeah, in certain situations it would be better, but the majority of the time it wouldn't. Combine that with the fact that, again, using Hex meant that I wouldn't be able to use these spells as often, which I still probably won't, but still. Yes, I did go ahead and ditch Hex.
Alright.
I also am going to go ahead and ditch Hunter's Mark for my character for similar reasons. First of all, Hunter's Mark, yeah, it uses a bonus action. That's less important for him. The real debate came down to sneak attack. So, comparing sneak attack versus Hex, sneak attack is going to be doing more damage. At level 1, it's 1d4 as opposed to 1d6, so yeah, this is better for that. But afterwards, it's going to be 2d4, 3d4, and I think when I'm done, I'll be doing 4d4 or something of that nature. It's going to be a very high amount. So sneak attack is going to be better than Hunter's Mark. Why am I comparing sneak attack and Hunter's Mark? Well, again, Hunter's Mark uses a bonus action. Now, yes, he should still be getting sneak attacks from high ground, but theoretically, his bonus actions, again, he'd have the ability to dash, or jump, or hide, which guarantees another crit. So the odds are I would probably be using the bonus action to do something else. So it's less easy than Will, where it's like, yeah, okay, the Hex is probably a lot worse than getting the extra attack. With him, it's more debatable, but I just felt I had more freedom not using Hunter's Mark. Now, if I still had Beastmaster, I definitely would, because Hunter's Mark also applies when your pets attack. But since I'm not using pets anymore, having an extra 1d6, it just didn't seem like it was too necessary. And also, as we're about to discuss, there are actually some very fun spells that I wasn't originally using with this character that I now want to use. Turns out that, again, I just wasn't giving him enough credit for his spells, because the way I originally planned him. Again, I planned on having Pets Attack, I had Hunter's Mark, very basic, but now these spells are going to come in handy, and that's why I wanted to respec on stream. So let's go ahead and do that. Let me find out where the hell Withers is in this area. Is that him up there? Yeah. So yes, no more Hex, no more Hunter's Mark. But that does free up bonus actions for both of them, as well as spell slots and things like that too. Alright, so.
Thy wheel dost thou require, as thou...
Let's see. So I'm going Ranger. I'm still going here for investigation, as well as having enemies have disadvantage on ensnaring strike. I have to go Urban Tracker to get Sleight of Hand, although, technically, since I'm going Rogue will also give me proficiency in this, but I'd rather just do this, because then that just gives me even more Sleight of Hand later. We'll talk about that when the time comes. We're still going Urban Tracker. My abilities... 10, 16, 14, 8, 16, 10. So Wisdom, to be honest, in terms of spells, there's only going to be one spell that has a Wisdom check, and that's Ensnaring Strike. Unfortunately, that spell checks against strength, so the enemies that I would want to ensnare generally would resist it. Good news is with this, it makes them have disadvantage. They have to roll twice, so there is, even with people with higher strength, there is a chance that I'd still hit it. But realistically, DC-wise, I don't really need Wisdom. But in terms of abilities, Wisdom's actually pretty awesome, because Wisdom gives us Insight and specifically Perception. So I could have dropped Wisdom to 14 and boosted other secondary stats. I felt this was still the best option, so I think this is what I went with originally anyway, so it's still the same spread. Different reasons, though. Even though I am going to be using spells more often, none of them really have any DCs to them. But still, sticking with this. We still have the same ones here, so I'm going to verify that. I'm going Animal Handling, Nature, and Insight. Yup. Okay. The only thing I'm really changing here is my spells, but we're going to go over it as we do this. So for spells, right now, this is where later I'd probably respec potentially, because Will is going to get Speak with Animals in 2 levels, I believe, due to his Paladin class. Because I would like to take a Long Strider, since it's a ritual spell that gives the entire party extra movement speed. For now, I'll have Gale do that for us. For the time being, though, I will take Speak with Animals, because I'm an RP slut. But the biggest thing, this is what's going to be awesome. I discussed it with Will. Fog Cloud. Fog Cloud blinds enemies. Again, giving us advantage, giving them disadvantage. Best part? No skill checks. Guaranteed. Now, it is a concentration spell, but again, that's one of the big reasons why I'm not going to be using Hunter's Mark anymore. Instead, I can cast Fog Cloud, which gives everybody the advantage, but specifically, it's going to allow Will to roll into a group and fuck up that group with his Great Weapon Master buff on, and mess people up big time. It's a 5 meter, so a very big radius spell with no DCs, level 1 spell slot. This is going to be awesome. So we'll go ahead and take that. Obviously, Archery. Next, I'm taking Ensnaring Strike. Again, theoretically this is nice. It just sucks that it's a strength save, because again, people will have high strength. As you can see, my DC is 13. But the good news is I do force them to roll twice. So I would say, roughly speaking, people would have to roll like a 10 or 11 to pass it. So it's like a 50% chance. And since they have to roll twice, it's not that bad of a chance to hit. I still probably won't use Ensnaring Strike too often, but I'd still rather have that. Like, again, Long Strider I will take eventually. For now, I'll have Gale give it to us. But yeah, Ensnaring Strike is there. But this is the big part. We're going Gloom Master. So, this is what I just discussed right here. There's more to it, but this is the part I was talking about. On your first turn, you get to make an extra attack that deals an additional 1d8. So you get an extra attack that does normal damage plus 1d8. That's awesome. Just as good, I get 3 initiative, which means combined with my high dexterity, I'm always going to go first. And I get more movement speed, so I can position myself if I need to. So all in all, first turn, I go first, I move faster, get that extra turn or extra attack with extra damage. It's awesome. This also gives me superior dark vision, which means I can see further in the dark, which means I take less penalties. Awesome. Oh, I didn't even realize I get it from Doom Stalker. So I can hide as a bonus action, which again is a way to proc sneak attacks. For him, it's less necessary because he should have advantage from height. But if he doesn't, he can always use a bonus action to sneak because he's not really using bonus actions. His only thing that uses bonus actions is Ensnaring Strike. Everything else is just whatever he wants to do. So he can hide as a bonus action. He has an invisibility spell that costs 1 action, but not a spell slot. I wouldn't really use it, but hey, if I needed to go invisible, I could. This is very useful for roleplay. he also gets to learn Disguise Self, which is something that Shadowheart lost when I respect her. So that's cool. I am not replacing a spell. Alright. So this is where... No, we did this last time too. Yeah, I'm going Sharpshooter. So Sharpshooter is the equivalent of Great Weapon Master. The difference is, again, Sharpshooter is much easier to negate. First of all, he already has the +2 because of archery. But also High Ground gives him whatever it is. I don't know, +2 again. So Sharpshooter is much easier to negate the penalty as opposed to Will's Great Weapon Master. But they're the same thing in the sense that it gives extra damage. He doesn't get the extra attack for the kill, but that's okay. So yes, he takes a -5 to attack rolls, but +10 to damage. It's going to be great. Actually, I don't think we took this last time. I can't remember, honestly. I thought we did. Yeah, I thought we did. But either way, there you go. And our last class of Ranger, I am taking Spike Growth. So we saw this in action when my character was mind controlled. It's a very big AoE, as it sounds, of spikes on the ground. People are slowed when walking through it, and when they walk through it, they take damage. So at first I was like, man, this damage is pretty shitty. But this is like per 1.5 meters. It's a 6-meter thing. So if I cast it right, they'll be walking through 3 to 4 procs of this. So yes, they end up taking quite a bit of damage from this spell. Don't know how much I'll use it, but hey, it's a nice way to lock down an area. So there's Spike Growth. We're not replacing a spell at all. And now, for the rest of the time, I will be going to Rogue. So level 1, it unlocks sneak attacks, which again, I can either use the actual sneak attack ability, or I can just proc it passively. But this is something that's really awesome, because I get to increase my proficiencies. In this case, Sleight of Hand even more, Stealth even more, and then from there I can take anything. You know, if I wanted to, I could get Persuasion, because I really want to persuade people. Deception also works. Technically speaking, I probably should get Acrobatics, because that would help me resist being shoved. And I will. I want to take Persuasion. I do. I really like those speech checks. It sucks seeing Persuasion, but as we know, there's tons of other checks that happen. And like, look at all these pluses I have. I'll have Acrobatics, which won't be in speech checks, but still Sleight of Hand, Stealth, Investigation, Nature, kind of low, okay. But Animal Handling, Insight, Medicine, Perception, Survival, even Intimidation because of my Dark Urge. So yeah, as much as I'd like to go Persuasion, we'll go ahead and get Acrobatics. Resist being pushed off the top of a ledge, which makes sense since I'm up high. I don't want anybody pushing me off. So there we go. That's cool. And I'll get to be able to do this again later. Alright, so let's organize this. I got sneak attacks. I don't know where I want to put them. I'll have things like Speak with the Dead, Disguise Self, Hide, Invisible, Speak with Animals. Hide, sneak attacks, something like that. So again, if you notice, Ensnaring Strike is my only saving spell, which is why technically I didn't really need Hide Wisdom, but I more so kept High Wisdom for the skill proficiencies. But Fog Cloud, guaranteed. Misty Step, now it's just there, obviously. Spike Growth, guaranteed. So none of that was really necessary for those checks. And then my other skill is a ritual spell, so it's nice to have. I think this feels nice. I mean, I could move that over there, but I think once I get used to it, I can just put it there, make sure I hide if needed, but I shouldn't need to. Now, I do want to make these reactions so I can confirm if I want to crit, so I can make sure I'm critting the right person. And I think I did that for everyone else, where I turned on all of the reactions for everybody. Did. Good. Alright.
All's well that ends. Well, not as bad as
finally, it's going to be an hour introduction today. But we'll go over the gear. Now, I can't remember exactly what I changed, so we can just go over all the gear. It shouldn't take long here, because only a few things are actually pretty integral. So, he has a helm that gives him Constitution saving throws, since he has Constitution or concentration spells. As well as saving throws when he's in, like, you know, shadows, whatever. This gives him plus stealth. This is the big one for him, because it adds more damage to his range attacks, as well as gives him more hit chance with range attacks. For now, because I don't really have any other boots, I gave him boots that increase his jump distance and acrobatics. Again, for now, I gave him an amulet that gives magic missile and a ring that gives thunder wave. So if we're attacking someone and they resist piercing or something, he now has some magic options. That's the only reason they're there, really. And he has a ring that boosts Arcana and Religion. Nothing really necessary, but hey, useful, situational. Shadowheart. She has a helm that gives her increased movement speed for the first 3 turns. That's important because everyone else has 12-meter movement. She has 9 meters, so getting a little bit more movement at the first 3 turns is useful for her. She has armor that gives her initiative. She has gloves that give her AC. Not as important, but I mean 19 AC. She's already super high, now she's going to be even higher. This will help her with her reaction. So, again, her reaction makes it so she can make it so somebody doesn't get hit. This way, her AC is even higher. The odds are she won't get hit, so she can save her reaction for any of my other party members that get hit. I just didn't have any of the gloves for her, and so there you go. Boots as well, just whatever. Immune to Enwebbed. Fine. Her amulet's actually very important because it allows her to get back a spell slot of her choice. So I can give her a level 3 spell slot back if I so chose. That's very useful. Color Spray, obviously pretty awesome. I feel like she's the best one to use it, first of all, because she is going to be in melee range, but also she doesn't get a second attack. Clerics don't get a second attack. So anyone else, if they were to cast this, they would essentially sacrifice their 2 or even 3 attacks to cast this once, which is still good. But with her, I'm just sacrificing her 1 attack to blind an enemy, which, like I said, synergizes with Will very well. So it's very good to have that on her. And finally, plus 2 acid damage to attacks. Honestly, this would be better on literally everyone else. But these 2 had very important rings on them. And I didn't really need to give her the magic rings. So it's not much of a loss. Like, yeah, other people would have made use with their 2 or 3 attacks. It just ends up losing like 2 extra damage, so who cares?
Defender of the people.
Right now, he just has a helm for, in terms of concentration saving throws, since again, he has concentration spells as well. He has heavy armor. That's it. This is the important one. So again, in order to use this plus 10 damage, he takes that minus 5 penalty. So most of the time, this will be off. But if I can get him surrounded by enemy, it will give him advantage, which means I can turn this on and hopefully hit them with that extra damage. So this is going to be important for him. These are boots that allow him to double his movement speed, as well as not have, or I guess give disadvantage on opportunity attacks. Not that important, to be honest. I just figured if I needed, because he gets all these like extra attacks, he can attack 3 times per turn eventually, 4 times if he gets a kill. Having more movement speed's nice, whatever. I gave him the Misty Step amulet. Just again, if he had to go somewhere quickly, whatever. This is another one that is for, again, making up for that minus 5 penalty. And it's actually very awesome with him. So, whenever he does a heal, he gets 1d4 to attack rolls for 2 turns. Now, he can use Lay on Hands 3 times per long rest. Okay, that's fine. Even better, he can use this heal once per short rest. But it gets better, because this one heal is actually 2 heals, because it heals on the turn that he uses it, and then it heals a second time on the next turn. So this gives him 1d4 to attack rolls for 2 turns, but since he's healing for 2 turns, it actually gives it for 3 turns. So basically, even though this is a heal, and yes, I can use it to heal people, this also works as a once per short rest, essentially bless. This is basically a bless for himself. I can give him bless for 3 turns by using this, which again will help make up for the -5 penalty. So between being surrounded and potentially using this once per short rest, he can kind of make up for that penalty, which is very nice. And finally, the movement speed. Again, I felt he should have high movement speed, since theoretically, again, he'll have 3 attacks per turn, 4 with a kill. It makes sense that he can move, kill someone, move, kill someone, move, kill someone. So I want him to have that high movement speed there.
Making me sweat.
Karlach, she has a helm that gives her invisible. Honestly, as much as it, synergizes with sneak attack, not necessary. I just had nothing else to give her. Just a generic armor. The vitally important throw gloves, which double dip with her normal attack, and double dip with her sneak attack, so they quadruple dip. It's fucking awesome. Boots for Misty Step. She also can't be enwebbed, entangled, or ensnared, and can't slip. So very awesome. This is completely just whatever, it doesn't matter. I gave her an amulet for guidance, so if for some reason we have Shadowheart in the dialogue and she needs a speech check, I can have Karlach give guidance. There's also something here for a heal. I don't really have any other amulets, so whatever. This is her throw ring. So this is it's really the ring and the glove. It's not that they're quadruple dipping. The gloves are double dipping and the ring's double dipping. It's just the description names one. But again, this procs on normal attack and sneak attack, as does this. So I have throw gloves, throw ring. And finally, this gives her advantage on being charmed. She needs it the most because she has the lowest wisdom. He has 12 wisdom, but he also has proficiency in it. So technically, he'd have, I guess 15 or something like that, whatever it is. I don't know, but he has proficiency. So she has the lowest wisdom, which means she's the most likely to be charmed. So I gave her that ring. No, it's not that important, but again, it's the best that I had. And finally, I changed his weapon. I'm giving him this greatsword, which is going to be pretty nice. So it's very strong and all that fun stuff, but it also has this really good line attack. So again, since he's going to be in the front lines and whatnot, he can position, move over here, and then hit these 2 people with it. So if he really needs to do some good damage to multiple people, once per short rest, there you go. And that's it. The last thing to discuss, just to round this up to 1 full hour of talking. Again, everything revolving around his -5 penalty. Not only do we have the spells, Darkness, Fog Cloud, Fairy Fire, Color Spray. Technically speaking, he has some weapon options too. He has his, again, advantage gloves. He can get attack roll ring. But theoretically, I can give him Sorrow, which is what he's been using. And with Sorrow, he gets that bonus action where he can pull enemies to him. That would allow him to walk up to one enemy, pull another enemy closer, potentially giving him advantage. That's an option. Or, a very interesting option is I can use this Devil's Snare, which every time he attacks, gives a chance to ensnare the target. And if they're ensnared, that means he has advantage on them. So this would inherently give him advantage. The problem is it's low DC, because it doesn't scale with him. If it did, it'd be very high. So it's a DC of 12, and again, keeping in mind that's a strength check. Most people would have 12 to 14 strength, so they would only have to roll, again, like a 10 or so. Or even less, honestly. So, best case scenario, I'd have to use 2 attacks to ensnare them. Which means only my 3rd attack would get the bonus, and some rough math told me it wasn't worth it because it's also significantly weaker than this. So I'd be doing less damage while also relying on RNG just to hope that I can get 1 strong attack out. It's an option, but I'm not going to really do that. But yes, technically speaking, he can use this to pull enemies closer to get advantage, or this to ensnare for advantage. Neither of them are the best option, but it's there. Okay. 1 hour and 1 minute of ranting, and I can finally play the game that I haven't played in almost a week. Good God, thank you. Okay, so is everything that's on? That stuff's on for now. Probably turn it off immediately. And everything else is good. Okay, so we left off. Oh, that's right. So there are some other things here. I could cast Aid, which gives us extra health. I think I'd rather wait until we need healing, possibly. But I was thinking, I can probably give everyone this Favorable Beginnings, because this just gives them more chance to hit a target if it's the first time they're attacking them. It also helps with speech checks. So even though I want to hoard these, this seems like an easy choice for everybody. Again, I was thinking more so for Will, but again, your first attack roll against any target gets a bonus to your proficiency, which for him right now is a 4, soon to be 5. So this alone makes up for the -5. The first enemy he attacks, or the first time he attacks a new enemy, you know what I'm saying. So I think I'm going to give that to everyone, just so they have those rolls up. Everyone's going to get Favorable Beginnings. That's just worth it. Alright, that's going to help a whole lot. Okay, so right now it's like +3? Wait, why is it only +3? Either way, it's plus something, but it should be +4. That's odd. Either way, +3, and he's getting -5, so it's only a -2. That already almost makes up for it. Now again, it has to be the first attack on a new enemy. I don't know if that enemy could have been attacked by anyone else, but either way, it's going to help, so that's cool. Is that finally it? I think that's finally it. Okay. Let's play the damn game. We left off in the Ancient Forge.
Breathe deep and move.
So we know there's going to be a fight here. But wasn't there something... I don't think I went over here, did I? Stuff down here. And we do have Featherfall now, so technically I could jump down here with Featherfall. I think it's just better to go from this way, honestly. Let me have her give me guidance.
Best be on my way.
Save. So, ironically enough, Update 2 did come out. The patch came out the day after I did my last stream here. So that was cool. You know, it updated while I was away. Oh, fuck. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. TLDR, just bug fixes in terms of, like, you know, quests and shit, so nothing that affects me. Okay. Survival. So the next patch, they're saying, is more so like community requested fixes. Alright, let's give Karlach guidance. But yeah, the patch 2 didn't really affect me too much. Now there's some stuff endgame, specifically with Karlach, that it added, which is cool, but I don't know what that is, and I don't want to know. So it expanded some stuff, but in terms of anything affecting me at the moment, patch 2 did nothing. Wait, where's the check? There you go. That was weird.
Have a lot on my mind.
I guess you already failed it?
In it.
I don't know how. Warning. Alright. This. Uh-oh. Would blow up when we shoot it. Wouldn't think so, but... Okay, good. Mithril ore. Now this is what they used to forge. Ooh.
With haste.
We have the molds as well. That means we only forge one thing. Okay, is that it down here? Alright. Yeah, we'll be fighting some guardian something or another soon. Alright, let me just go the way I came, because I don't think I've walked through that fucking lava. Didn't they say it was weak to some sort of, some hammer? We haven't gotten that. As far as I'm aware, I think he has a special hammer. Yeah.
Centuries of blazing heat have smoothed away the plaque's inscription.
Go this way. Here, dummies stuck? Dummies are stuck. For some reason.
There is work to do.
Not hard to do that, Shadowheart. Everyone else did it. Anything with you, Karlak.
Still breathing, despite everything.
Keep up here. They do an autosave.
Need to find a way forward.
Ooh. More ore. Ooh, okay. And they ambushed me, so I don't get my, my shit for first turn. Oh god. Man. Well, looks like we're using aid here. That's good. Who is it that dropped their weapon? I don't know if it costs a turn to pick up the weapon. Shadowheart. That's okay. She has spells, but probably wouldn't want to use them. Alright. Well, Will...
Time.
He is 96 with this? What? Oh my god. Oh, that must be the bonus. Because right now they'll give him 3 actions. Alright. Not really in the best position, because he'd have to run through... Is he able to stand on this? Looks like he is. That'd be 6 meters. He can kill those 2, and he should be able to move to this guy, because he has all that speed. That would leave these 2. That would let me move and shoot those 2. Yeah, no, that's fine.
Watch and learn.
I even see the attack of opportunity. That's a good thing I missed. Whammo. My god, this is insane! Even with the minus 10... Oh, but he got a crit there, first of all. So, that was a natty crit. But still... What? Wait, what happened there? Oh, it was super delayed. Oh, he rolled a 4. All he had to do was roll a 5. Well, now he gets his bonus action attack, though. So that's still fine. Wow. How is it 8? I'm so... I don't know how it's 88% with this -5. Oh, fuck. Okay. This is awesome. Fuck. Well. That guy. That guy. There's these three that we need to deal with.
Let's finish this.
He uses her range anyway. Is she? She's here. Too close? Only 90% though. I mean, it is 90%, which is good. Otherwise, she has that for better high-end damage. That's a dex save. Probably could do that. Like, if I can get the high roll on this and get the kill, otherwise I could just blind them. Not that we really need that.
They're dying for me.
I can get these kills. I think from the whole new build, there's nothing like specifically for me. Just shoot them and kill them. Can move and all that. It's like it's worth killing him. And then killing him. And this is where theoretically, well, there's nowhere. Well, technically, right here I could hide, but they're gonna move and see me. That's why it's better to hide in your start your turn than the end of it. But okay. Next.
Can't afford to let up.
I guess I might as well do this. Now I don't get the 60% because it shouldn't be. It'd be a high percent chance of this to hit. His dex is 12, so he has a +1. So 60% chance is not 13, is it? Either way, I'm gonna just go on my math and not the game's math, which is probably bad to do. Oh, he rolled a 13, which was what he needed to save. You fucker. Alright. Okay, so it doesn't cost an action to pick up a weapon. That's good to know. It does to equip it, though. Alright. Well, she can use her bonus action to shove him. I wanted to. Shove them off the map, we wouldn't get the loot. What do they have on them? Wheel of Combustion. I mean, we could down these guys next turn, so... I think we will just go ahead and get the kill on you. A rare melee attack from her. Then a throw. Who do we want to throw at? They were going to push close anyway, but... I know they're not, because they're, like, not surprised or whatever, they're not attacking. Just chuck at you.
Go on.
Should be it.
Blood comes easy these days.
Fire went out, that's good. Not that they're moving.
What should I do?
Just have people in position for whatever.
Got to press on.
No holding back.
Okay. So Will can get the kill to re-up his thingy. I'm so surprised this is such a high percentage. Now, he's not gonna have enough movement, unfortunately, to go there and here. It's a shame. could blast them. I'd rather get the guarantee kill.
Let my enemies fall.
You fucker. I rolled a 4, I had to roll a 5. Yep.
Time to push
Now,
my
let me
luck
see,
again.
let's show this off. Can't get into the sneak attack, but I can just go over here, so it's not necessary. But I could, in other battles, walk over here. I mean, well, yeah, I don't have advantage on them. So, I can go ahead, use my bonus action to hide,
Risk being an open view.
and then shoot him. And guess what? If he was a tougher enemy... Huh, it didn't show sneak attack. That's weird.
Time for some bloody work.
Weird. It should have. I don't know.
Looking ahead.
We'll pretend it did, because it should. Alright. Well, that's good.
My
Save.
faith protects
She
me.
can cast Aid. We need to group up, because I'm not grouping up for me. Now we're fine here. We are grouped up. Alright.
Let's move.
Good. And then he could heal us, which would give him 1d4 on attack. I'd do that. Well, we know a boss fight's coming up. I could use it on my first turn of the boss fight if there's no fodder, because he wouldn't be using his bonus action for anything else. So that would be useful, actually. That would be amazing. Not sure why I didn't get a sneak attack there, though. Kind of weird.
Open up.
I know it was a bit finicky when I was testing it.
Light on my feet.
Like, doing the exact same thing, I'd reload save, and sometimes it would work and sometimes it wouldn't. I couldn't really figure out why. You fucker. No. I didn't save, did I? I did, thank God. That did 31 damage. I'm not going to deal with AI being dumb and walking in lava. That is just unacceptable. Well, at least now, if I'm not a Beast Smasher, I don't have to worry about my pets. Although, the Raven fixed that. It's flying and didn't call people to flee. Still, now I really don't have to care about that. It's just my other pets, known as companions, that like to walk directly into hazards when they see them.
What's inside? If not over, then through.
Okay. Round registry.
Might be useful.
And then we can forge 2 things, assuming the forge is still up. Let's see here. History of the Forge. Oh, no, I already read that one. And registry. Proud followers recruited by Ketheric. Alright. Mention door. Okay. Unless no dummies somehow managed to walk into lava. see an enemy yet. Those things just came out of nowhere, so who knows where this thing is. Save and go.
This must be the forge. What a sight to behold.
What am I doing?
The pride of the gate.
Let's have them be in front. Duh. When I know there's a fight coming up.
Where am I needed?
But now I'm just gonna keep these two in the back, since they don't need to be
Can't
in the
give up
front
now.
if there's a fight.
Defender of the people.
Save. We got a lever, which is probably... oh no, a mold ejection leather. Alright. The mold in. Save. Wait. Oh, we didn't cast aid. I reloaded the save.
So,
Alright.
Can't afford to stay idle.
No one stopped me yet.
I'm ready. Whatever it takes.
Good.
defender of the people.
Yes. Less AC. Nah,
What's
we'll keep
next,
her.
I wonder.
Is this where I put the molds? Guessing heavy armor, shield, scimitar, medium armor, mace, longsword. Definitely shield. Guess that's not what goes in there. Maybe I put in
No time to rest.
I'm ready.
that? No? Oh. What is that?
Need to insert the mold.
Mold chamber?
That mold should slot in here.
Field.
No time for Danny.
Not being attacked yet.
Where am I needed?
Have him move up a little bit.
Wits and blades, always
Okay.
sharp.
Oh, this is gonna be it. They're way up there, so I could always reload and have them, back. There's a bit of lava there, oddly. Let's raise this back up.
I'll go this way.
A lava valve? I mean, they should have
Is that blood?
fine range from up here, though.
Never mind.
I might not need
What
to.
do?
What's next?
Alright, so we're gonna make the lava pour in to then forge this. Yep. Oh. Oh. Oh, those lights. Oh. This is it. Is she in the lava? Now she can't move. Okay, she has an AC, but I just didn't want her to be in the lava. Alright. 300 health. Oh my god. 18 AC? And that's with a -2 to dex. Superheated. Exposure to lava has caused the body to soften. Cannot be affected by certain types of damage. Is it it's vulnerable to bludgeoning. Oh, so it's immune to resist for slashing, piercing, so I have to use bludgeoning. It's only bludgeoning. Alright, so we're going to have to reload and give a bludgeoning weapon. Was there force? Yeah, force resistance. That is every other one. Okay. Holy? Yes, radiant. It is everyone. Okay. Well, we're gonna reload in a second. Maybe that's what they meant when they said it was weak to hammers. Because hammers are bludgeoning. I thought it meant like a specific type of hammer. Do we have anything... If I can get him to stand dead center, I wonder, can I have that hammer slam on him? Yeah, I don't have enough movement. We're gonna reload no matter what, so now I'm just gonna experiment. Hold my movement.
Curious.
Oh, he's gonna die. Yeah. That's what I get. Okay.
On my way.
Let's see. It'd be fucking hell to get him to go to that specifically. Yep. So I have to get him onto that. Oh, I also crafted the... Okay. Alright. So I do have multiple weapons on people. I know Will has bludgeoning because of the staff. I'm pretty sure she still has a bludgeoning weapon on her. In terms of throwing with Karlach, I'm not sure if that takes the attribute of the weapon being thrown. Because you would think all throw weapons are bludgeoning, but I guess if you're throwing a spear, it'd still be piercing.
Alright.
And I don't have an option. That's where magic... Well, he resists magic, so I just can't do anything. I have nothing I can do. I could blind him. I don't know if he's immune to blinds or not, though. Reduces the movement speed. So we take no damage, but he might reduce movement speed. We'll see. So, I mean, I can't do anything else. But Karlach...
Thanks.
Obviously, this is piercing, and I can test if it does bludgeoning, but I'm going to assume it doesn't. I have a hammer here. Thing is, if I throw it, obviously that's it. I get one throw and we're done. Nothing else is bludgeoning. Wait, that might be. That's so I have two throw weapons. Otherwise, obviously immune to magic, so then I can't like do the fire and shit. Knocking him prone would be nice.
A long way to go.
You should, yes. You still have your mace from before. Is that it? Yeah, you have your mace. There. You should have your staff. Nature's snare. Oh. Not like it's a lot, but it's better than nothing. Okay, and she only has two things to throw, unfortunately. I feel like if she throws shit like this, this would be bludgeoning. Like, actual throw weapons would take on the attribute of their weapon. But throwing objects, I would think, is just doing bludgeoning against 300 health, even with all of our shit going out. When she rages, because she's not Rogue 3, or even 2, I think it's 3 when she gets the bonus action, she can get 2 throws, and then next turn 3 throws. And she was doing roughly 30 per throw. She can get half the health in 2 turns.
Hero at heart.
And he's not gonna be doing shit. Yeah, I could use a spell. Really could. Weird darkness. Like, I don't know if he can be blinded. If he can be blinded, I might as well use my fog cloud since I can't do anything. Give us advantage. Jinx, all this other shit wouldn't work.
There's no time to
And
waste.
she can do basic attacks for low damage. Since everything else will be resisted. I mean, she could do a spiritual weapon. Okay. I have options. But 300 fucking health. I mean, her AC is going to be great here. I just gotta bait him to get to this thing.
A hero at heart.
I can't walk to it. I can only use... So I kind of have to pull him here, but how do I get him to stop on that? I guess when we go down below it'll work.
Don't burn yourself.
So again, with her, unfortunately... I guess I could throw a torch too. We got these 2 throws. And you. And then from there we'll see. Take them all out. Let me just do a quick test here. Fuck's my weapon? Oh, there.
Handy.
Piercing, but then Tavern Brawler does the bludgeoning. So it wouldn't be as strong as throwing, let's say, like, the highest of those 2. What was the other one? 713, 615. So I'd say Faithbreaker for the high end. Missed, goddammit. But either way, it'd still be better because this damage would be from that. Now, this just says damage. Doesn't even say what type of damage. There you go. Yeah, see, it'd be much more... So she throw those 2. Now I could wait for the rage, because when she's raging, it does extra. So I can throw the pike for the first 2 turns doing little damage, but then I can unleash with the enraged throw. For the additional damage, just in case the additional damage scales or is the type of the throw weapon. Okay. Alright. I didn't see what his attack was. I know he happened to roll a 19, or get a 19 total to hit her. But he might not have high attack. It might just be his AC, which means we could easily win a war of attrition. If it's that. I still don't know how much damage he's
The
doing.
pride of the gate.
Alright, so you go there. And change your weapon.
I wonder what the next
You
move
change
is.
your weapon. Just to make it easier to find. Take that out.
All's well that ends.
And I'll debate if I want to use Fog Cloud. So I have 4 slots. Oh, still totally good.
No time to dally.
Maybe when that's down, I can have him walk on it or something. No, I can't.
The
Oh, you know what? He took damage from standing here, so it has an AoE, so he just has to be in this zone.
Defender of the people.
So do I want Will in melee range? Because if he's in melee range, you can't pull the guy. He wouldn't be doing any damage with this, but he would be shooting him, and I don't know if he'd be pulling aggro or not. Because you would think he has less AC than her, so the AI might go after him. Yeah, I think this is the better bet, is to stay here, do this just to, you know, hit him. Has to move up a little bit. I think that makes sense. Okay.
I must keep going.
Alright, we ready? Yes, we're ready. Alright, I think I just rather pull him to that, and I can use her to get to this. Can't get there anyway.
Seems simple enough.
There's nothing else, because I don't need to do that. I guess I could... No, I can't blind him. Duh. So, if I needed to, I can always do Spirit Weapon. I'm gonna try to do this without that, just to see how it goes. Karlak.
You can't see me. Good idea, Karlak.
Use that with the sneak attack. Yes. So again, because he resists it... Wait, bludgeon damage? Did I throw the wrong thing? Which is fine, but... I must have. What did I throw? I did. I was going to save that for next turn when I get extra damage. Oh well. Do I even need a rage? I might not need a rage for this. This is where I'm being stingy, like, you know, I should raid. But I might not need to. Prime target. Oh. Oh, does he attack the last person that attacks him? Which means I have... Oh, that's... I think that's what's not gonna happen here. Okay. I know what to do then. Fuck it, more rage. This will be way less because it's going to be doing pierce damage. It's okay though. Wait, does he take the pierce damage? Oh, he's not immune to it. So I thought when it said it's halved. Oh, it's only halved from magic and then halved from non-magic. That's why there's nullify versus that. I thought it was just saying it's halved and halved again, which, you know, could be multiplicative, but I thought it meant like halved and then went to 0. Oh, that's even better, yeah. I didn't have to rage, but that's okay. I can kill him without the hammer.
The blade will not bend.
Alright, I'm gonna use you last. Alright, so there's
I
me.
wonder if this is worth the cost.
So actually, I should have attacked with me. To get that Gloom Stalker extra hit out. Oh well. I can get much more efficient if I so chose.
Breathe quiet. Move with care.
The 60%, I can turn off Sharpshooter for a higher percentage. It's just out of my range, but I'll take the 60. Fucker. Now it's super less. Turn that off. Okay. Now that I know I can attack him. finally. Am I pushing him backwards with repelling blasts? Alright. So I can use the hammer, but I think we can kill him. I think next turn I might be able to kill him. Again, if I started with him, I don't know how he got seen, but I would have actually been able to kill him with that extra attack. Move over here. I don't know.
Let's end this.
I won't give in.
Gods, it's hot in here.
Oh, he even moved. Nearby activity rouses him, ready to crush, and you set out on the forge. Okay.
I'm heating up.
Still superheated, thankfully. Alright, well. Enraged throw with Faith Breaker. Wait. Oh, I can't sneak attack. That's right. She doesn't get hide until next time, so I could use my invisible. It's not necessary. Alright. The Rage Throw. Faith Breaker.
That's it.
Mass. Oh my god, that damage. 32. 30. 32. Did she get a crit or something? Oh no, well this 32 was from the height. Okay. She did get a crit. Okay, she got a crit. That makes more sense. Dude. That's 94 damage. And she still has 2 throws. Now it's gonna be less damage, but still. Enough to get the kill. I don't need no stinking hammer. Oh, I got an achievement for that. Kill the golem without using a forge hammer. Okay. I didn't need rage or anything. I was wrong. I thought I was immune to all that shit. Okay, now I feel powerful. Now that that happened,
Get on with it.
I feel fucking godly right
No
now.
time to waste.
Alright, let's go ahead and make the shield. Save the game. Oh, also. That. He didn't change anything. He didn't change anything, just gotta pick shit up. Then that means I gotta redo this.
What's next? Better take that.
Adamantine shield. What was that? I think it's completed the quest, probably. Hey, Belphamus, welcome, dude. We just got done fighting Grim, but you missed the literal hour-long introduction of my respecs. My character specifically. I am now no longer a Beastmaster. I'm still a Ranger, but I'm going to be a Gloom Stalker and then Assassin, which is going to be such crazy, awesome synergy. I'll be attacking 4 times on the first turn. 3 of them are guaranteed crits. 2 of them are sneak attacks, one of which is a crit. And then there's another bonus. It's going to be insane. Otherwise, Karlach is now going to be a Barb Rogue, just for the extra bonus action for throwing. And then I gave Will his Great Weapon Master. But yeah, it took an hour to talk about all the stuff going on here. Still at chapter 1 with a new playthrough. Nice. It's so long, man. There's so much to do.
Anymore.
My faith will guide me.
Alright, let's see the shield here. When a melee attack misses you, the attacker is sent reeling. They're going to miss a lot versus her. Has a -1 to attack rolls. That's pretty nice. Awesome. Playing the game, not unlocking different sex scenes. This is amazing. Because they're going to miss a lot versus her, so she's just going to always get like a -1 to attack rolls on them. Otherwise, when a foe hits you with a melee attack, you can use your reaction to knock it prone with a DC for dexterity. And attackers can't crit you. Okay, that's awesome. So again, this is great for her, because they'll be missing her, so she'll be proc and reeling. If they do hit her, they can't crit, which is really the only way they can hit her, generally speaking, is a crit. So basically, they can't hit her. If they do hit her, she could knock them prone. The thing is, she has other reactions, but it's an option. This is amazing, though. Holy shit. Alright, who else has a thing? Me? What's her ensnaring? Is that range or melee? And that is a short rest bonus action, level 1 spell.
Let's move.
On short rest, if you're below 50%, once per short rest, you take... I'll keep that on him for now. Alright. So what's the next thing I want to craft? Maybe medium armor? Since we have multiple medium armor people? What? Can't roll again? Oh, I have to hit the... Oh, that's why. The wrong thing. Which one was medium? Maybe they label it for you. Medium. Okay.
Got to press on. Won't budge.
Wait, can you only do one?
Better take a look.
Or does it already have the lava in it? Wait, what happened? Did it just delete my, thing? What happened to the mold I put in there? Oh, it didn't put it in. What? There you go. It's inserted.
The mold and metal aren't much use without heat.
Maybe now I can do the lava? Okay, good. I was gonna say. It's the same process, it didn't insert my, mold. I did it. That mold is melting, but oh well. There we go. Let me send these molds to camp really quick. Unless we find any other, ore. Alright. Medium armor. Wow, 16. Hell yeah. All income and damage reduced by 1. Ooh. When a melee attack hits you, the attacker is sent reeling. That's kind of interesting because the shield one makes sense that when they miss you, because you don't want to get hit, especially with something that has high AC. This would make more sense with like light armor. If you get hit, they're sent reeling. Because the whole goal is to not get hit. Okay. But either way, if you do happen to get hit, they're sent reeling. Okay. And then they can't get crit as well. So obviously I don't need that to stack with her.
Defender
Right now he has heavy armor. It's at 17. But it'd actually be better with him. With the heavy armor because of his DC, his Dex. Otherwise, Karlach could definitely use that too.
I wonder what the next move is.
sharp as ever.
That would give him one more DC, so he'd be at 18. Alright, let's see, I'll get these two for her. What's he have on him? Helm. Attackers can't land crits. Oh, another one, okay. Heavy armor, which means it's only going to be good for Will. And it gives him Hunter's Mark, which he wouldn't be using. And resistance to fire. This is interesting, because ideally, honestly, I think it'd make more sense to give this to Will. Since he's in the front lines and Karlach isn't. But technically it'd be a waste, because I can give him this for the crit. So this gives him 1 AC. And 1 less damage taken. Otherwise, this will give him fire resist. And he's the only one that can wear it. So it might be better to give this to Will, but it's more efficient to give this to Karlach and this to Will, so I'll do that for now.
What a charmer.
I mean, theoretically, she shouldn't be targeted because she's at range, but now she at least has 18 AC. Oh, it looks badass on her. Holy shit.
Sharp as ever.
And then he'll get this. He will lose the Constitution saving throw. But he'll get immunity to crits. Now, I can always swap them, but for now I'll do that. What the fuck? Not expecting that. So 3 of us are immune to crits now. Shadowheart just keeps getting more awesome.
A hero at heart.
Alright.
Oh, I could go for a good meal.
What am I to do? I'll take this way.
Go ahead and raise this back up.
I'll give it
I
a
think
try.
we're done in the Underdark. Like, fully done. No, we're not. There's that one side area. Right here. I think I jump down. He's not jumping down. Okay.
Well, well, well.
Interesting.
No time to rest. Can't slow down.
Yeah, I can't wait to see more stuff. Not that, like, I need it. Everything's already so awesome and diverse, but man, seeing more areas. Let's see. This is hers, and that's to be thrown.
A hero at heart.
That. And that. Okay, that was there. And that's everything? I think so. Alright. Awesome.
Let's get going.
Yeah, I still have more to do. I'm not going to be leaving yet because I have to go to the Yankee camp and all that stuff. Alright, now over here we had that side quest to get the amulet that was thrown in here. But we saw fire beings moving here, so I know they're there.
Have I been this way before?
Lava balloon. Alright, everyone's gonna sneak. Even though I don't have Assassin yet, I still have Gloom Stalker, which means I get 4 attacks on the first turn. Oh no, 3.
The lava's erupting.
The Assassin gives me the
Better watch
4th.
my step.
I'll get 3 attacks in the first turn.
Right on my feet.
Lava Elemental. Crazy high strength, con. 12 AC though. It regained when it starts in lava. It disrupts lava nearby. Obviously immune to fire. Resists my pierce, goddammit. And poison, weak to cold. But I'd still use that. So let's... I guess we can all go over here, actually. And then jump down. Alright, let me... turn base this. I don't trust my companions to be smart at all. Is it just this one guy? Seems like it might be. I can get up here for high ground.
Can't afford to stay idle.
How did she land in the fire? Well.
Watch the waiting.
I have nowhere else I can take him because... maybe that will help. There's that gap. I can't click where my mouse is right here, so you have to land in the fire. Oh, there you go. You can jump over to that. Okay. Really fucking finicky right now. Annoyingly finicky.
Soldier.
So I'm being sent this way. I mean, we can just attack this from above. Can't remember what its health was. I guess we can all go over here. Although, oh no, we can't stand. We have to stand here to attack it. Yeah, so we'll have to pull it this way. So we'll wait for it to come to us. Oh, okay, these are ready to burst. Right out of the zone, so we're good. Stupid car or Shadow Hearts and fire.
Waiting with bated breath.
Now, oh, that's not going to cause me to go prone. Oh, really? Well, that's good. Alright.
There's work to do.
Now, you're allowed to walk into this. It's just going to blow up next turn. Yeah. That's true. You can always use that as well.
Onward then.
Make sure they're not in that.
Quiet as a moonbeam.
As he has Hunter's Mark now. I mean, it's there if he wants to use it. Ironic, I get rid of Hex and then he gets something that Pretty much the same thing. God, she's just in the way. Wait, he can't reach. What's that mean? He cannot reach. Why can't he reach? Hello? Oh, there you go. It's just a bug. Fight got a lot easier if you have... Yeah. That makes complete sense.
What's cooking?
But I feel like I can just kill him before he even gets an attack out. It shouldn't really be much of an issue.
Down the fire.
Dude, look at her jump with her strength. Oh, I can just fly. Is he not moving? He is moving very slowly. Good. Alright, so...
Better boots.
He has 95. Oh yeah, we can destroy him. Now I gotta make sure I kill him over land so I can loot him. I'm gonna wait for him to be here.
Wonder if the gods are watching.
Move, like, inland, just so he doesn't see us somehow.
What's next, I wonder?
Ready for some good news. Rat feet.
Wits and blades, always sharp.
Alright, I gotta manually move her and then jump because I can't trust this. There you go, that wasn't so hard, was it?
Pride of the gate. Here goes nothing.
Alright, I think I can save and then turn off turn base. Oh wait, these two aren't sneaking for some reason. Idiots.
No time to waste.
Keeping my head down. Does this count as adventure?
Okay, when I get the first attack, it'll give me an extra attack. So right now I get 3. Kill him where we can loot him here.
A lava elemental. It stirred up the lake something fierce.
He will regen in the lava, but again, we're going to be doing more than enough damage to down him. Just hope he doesn't blow up when he dies. I guess I can try to plan for that. Well, not really. And the sneak attack. Oh, my stealth succeeded. Okay. Interesting.
Damn, it's good to be alive.
That allows her to get a sneak attack, which is great.
Got it.
Okay. Not a lot of damage, but you know, some.
One, two.
There's some good damage.
The mission has
He's
to
still
come first.
stealthed. I thought we can kill him in this turn. We can't.
Sometimes the only way out
I get
is
my 2
through.
attacks. Unfortunately, it used my 1 attack there. We're doing a lot of damage, though. Let's see. Let's get into attack range so we don't have that. Critical miss. Oh, that's horrible. I still don't think I could have gotten it, but there was a small chance I could have. Oh, wait, what? Oh, that gave me an extra attack. Oh, I definitely could have gotten it. We still probably can get this, though. We're still fine even with that. That's 5 damage. So I'd rather use, assuming it hits, Sacred Flame. Hell yeah, and then guess
This is
what?
my time.
I could use my, Hydroplastia, I might as well. Boom! The floor is lava.
Defender of the people. Still alive.
Alright,
So that's
awesome.
progress.
Chest.
My faith protects me.
A couple turns should do it.
Hit all the modifiers, dude. Oh, yeah. We need a +9, and then +2 from this, and then more. So we're already at +11, and then could be even more. Shatter, talk to sentient amulet. Wait, what? This is a sentient amulet and you can talk to it. That's interesting. Oh, this is the amulet. Yeah.
Holds a subtle warmth, like it was left under the sun. Suddenly, the metal surges with heat. You feel great power and an overwhelming urge to laugh.
Can thou endure?
Okay, wisdom. Fight the urge. Should be a very good check. Oh yeah, 10, we're fine. Unless I roll a critical miss. They're trying to fuck me here. Thankfully I didn't get fucked. Holy shit. They really tried to fuck me with that roll.
The laugh urge fades. A quiet power spreads from hand to head, then down to your feet.
Thou hast done well. For what is a laugh if not one step toward madness? Thou art the one!
I am the one.
Me, take me home, and thou shalt glow with blessings.
Return you where? To whom?
To thy granddaughter, Shira Clarwin. Serves Ilmata, she does.
She waits in Worm's Crossing. Take me there, and thou shalt bathe in her golden gifts. Oh, thou shalt be blessed indeed.
You a ghost? What happened to you?
A ghost? I am sunlight on water, dew on grass. Sharons broke my body, but my spirit they could not.
They also broke your
Well,
mind.
Not completely. Thou shalt return me home. It is written.
That thing's tainted. Better to leave it than bear a dead man's grudges.
Let me use my insight check to focus on the entity, see what its intentions are.
Beneath the rampant joy, you sense the monk's fear and sincerity. He doesn't wish to harm you, but that doesn't mean he won't.
Yeah, makes sense. I can do investigation as well.
Etched on its face is an image of the dawning sun.
And then a religion check. Try and figure out what the image means. Is it the goddess that's the opposite of Shadowheart's goddess?
You recognize the symbol. It belongs to those sworn to Lathander, god
Oh,
of
no.
dawn and renewal.
Lathander.
Whatever madness this spirit suffers was inflicted by Lathander's enemies, followers of Shah. And this madness may flow into you.
Okay, well, I'm not going to equip it. But I will take you to your granddaughter at Worm's Crossing.
I shall walk with thee. I shall grant you my power.
I'll stow it.
You feel a chuckle coming on, but it soon fades.
Okay. Interesting. So if I wear that, bad shit will happen, but it does give me Shatter, which is like an AoE. I can talk to it, and Key Restoration for Monk. Alright. Now I'll just do that. Alright. So that was the quest.
On my way.
Let me break apart my companions. Alright, now let me look around. I'll have her give me guidance really quick. I'll look around myself because I can't trust them. Throw it in the lava like Lord of the Rings. Oof, I can't really jump across at all. Karlach has to do that then. I don't know if it's worth it. I only see the one ledge. I mean, there's a ledge here. The body.
Honk honk.
Alright, I'll do Karlach because she has the jump range. At least this is my backup perception user. Oh, there's a halberd over there. Okay. Yoink that. Can't get over there though. Oh, I can. Oh, that's I didn't see that platform there. Now they're the same halberd. So these were the people that we fought in the dormitory. The Maragon. Alright, now is that it? Over there is something too, which I gotta go from the other way. I can't hop up here, can I? No shit, okay. Man, with her very high strength. Awesome. A key, oh, to the chest I already got. Alright, that's it. And now that, I think, is everything here in the forge. These are all things I already did. Which means I think that's everything in the Underdark. So almost everything is like going to the next area. We have to get through Yankee Crash. It's the last thing I know of. I'm just going to double check everything. Obviously, we gotta do a long rest. Everything else is like Moonrise Tower, Baldur's Gate, or beyond. So it's just rest, get Yankee. The only companion quest who hasn't done anything so far is Asterion. I'm not sure if you have to take him with you to trigger it. If it doesn't trigger, at some point we will take him with us. For now, though, I still won't. Yeah, okay, everything else is leaving other than Githyanki Kresh, which means I am going to take Lae'zel, which means swapping out Shadowheart. Alright, so, everybody, go to camp before you're stupid and run to lava.
At least things have stayed interesting.
Let's see. I did that menu, so this is easier. Alright, this stuff here. All junk. This. Put these in a second. So this is all junk. This will be deposited. They're just normal halberds. I mean, +1s. 1d10. Thing he is using is 2d6, which is better. They're both +1. This has that extra attack thing on it, so I don't need to keep that. I mean, I'll put it in my inventory, but otherwise, it'll be fine. I mean, throwing wise, they can't be thrown, or they're not tagged as thrown, so I'll need to keep them for her. All right.
How much further can I
Oh,
go?
that does remind me. I had to talk to the merchant guy. Him, right there. So we gotta talk to him too. All right. I am putting in this and these. Keeping the amulet now. Everyone else. I guess I can deposit her shield. I'll hold on to it for now in case I find I need ensnaring strike. That. Guess for now I'll still hold on to it. For now we're good with this stuff. So let's go ahead and save. Talk to him. So this was one of the people that we rescued from the slavers there down there in the Underdark Forge area.
I thank you for the invitation to your camp. It's, well appointed, not too crowded, perfect for thinking, and I've been doing just that.
What about?
It's about Wulbrin. We know he's been taken to Moonrise Towers, and we know I'm going to save him. The problem is this: a preponderance of evidence that I am a terrible adventurer.
Yes.
I'm not sure I should trust Wulbrin's fate to, well, me.
Well, I'm destined for Moonrise Towers myself. I could look for him.
You've done so much already. I'm
I have.
hesitant to prevail upon you again, but I can't risk recapture. I barely escaped last time. You'd do it then. You'd look for him.
I will.
That's very decent of you. Thank you. There's something else you should know. Something I can no longer ignore. I know you've learned about the gnome's pursuit of rune powder.
Yeah.
But do you know what it truly is?
This is cool. So this is all because I passed the check to ask about this. This is all stuff that you can miss. You mean other than being a valuable explosive? Perhaps not.
Until very recently, I thought rune powder was a myth.
Yeah.
A substance so powerful it could fell a city. A nation. The Iron Hand gnomes have proven the impossible. Rune powder is real, and they have it in their possession.
Okay, so what do you want to do with it?
Destruction. The only thing it's good for. But destruction of what? Well, I'm hoping Wulbrin will be able to tell us. I shouldn't have let him drift away. Shouldn't have let that lot get their claws into him. Now more than ever, I need to find him. We need to find him. He's the only one I might be able to speak to sensibly.
What can you tell me about Moonrise Towers?
I haven't been there myself. The area around it is, well, cursed. Terrifyingly so. I did hear something interesting, though. There are shades that plague the path to the towers. Shades that fear not steel, but light. Dwergar,
Okay.
who mentioned it, sounded truly traumatized. It was almost amusing.
Interesting. I could use that. Alright. Well, I'll find your friend, and together we'll stop the Iron Hair Gnomes.
I'd kiss you, but neither of us deserve that. Thank you.
Why does it sound like there's a phone ringing? There's something else I'd like to discuss.
Like what?
The smoke powder bombs. Are you an alchemist?
Alchemist? Tinkerer? Adventurer? Curmudgeon? I wear many hats. Most with great enthusiasm. Thank you for noticing.
Tell me about yourself.
Barkus Root is my name. Baldur's Gate is my home. Back in the city, I offered my expertise to the highest bidder. I was quite popular, too. I'm not picky about my customers.
And what are you gonna do if Wilburn's dead?
I suppose I'd be very, very sad. Then, after a while, I'd find whoever killed him and put a smoke powder bomb in their trousers.
Oh, okay. You're not an actual merchant to trade with. Keep seeing that icon and I assume it means merchant. Doesn't. Alright, so I gotta sell my shit. Otherwise, nothing else we need to do. Alright, let me get a save in, and then I'm gonna go to the bathroom and we can continue. I'm gonna sell her stuff, and then go to the creche, which means I'm taking Lae'zel. So, in addition to all my companions, I also took the time the last week to make builds for all these guys. So I figure I'll take them with me when I'm doing their quest. So we're swapping out Shadowheart, who is, I guess, down here.
Lady of Sorrows, guide us. Did you want something?
Oh, there's dialogue with her, okay. I know, it's still just the same stuff.
If you're sure.
Alright, stay here.
Fine.
Now, I could have taken the gear off of her. But I think, I mean, other than, I guess, the accessories and shit. But, like, in terms of her weapon, Lae'zel would be different. I don't know, I'll try to just equip her with our extra shit. Depending on how tough this next section is, I might have to actually put real gear on her. Alright, so she's a very easy build. Let's see here. I think I'll just do a generic, yep, just straight Battle Master with her. Easy enough. So, I am going to respec her, because I have no idea what I took for the Battle Master stuff. I think I really didn't like what I took. Menacing attack, disarming attack. Oh. That might be fine, because I didn't pick exactly what I want. I have the pool of what I want. Menacing, disarm, definitely riposte, maybe trip, or even pushing. These are two of them. And did I take defense? I have no idea. It wouldn't tell me if I took defense. No, it's great weapon fighting. I was thinking of just giving her defense. Yeah, I'll just respec. It's 100. Who fucking cares? Even if I do the exact same build, it's 100 gold. Whatever. So what do I want? At level 7, I get to pick more. This next level, but right now I gotta decide. Other than obviously riposte, what would be the most useful out of all these good options? Alright, so we're going fighter. So great weapon fighting. She is going to be doing a two-hand weapon. This makes it so if she rolls a 1 or 2, she can roll again. It's nice and all, but it's not that likely to proc. I'd rather just give her defense, so +1 AC. Her stats: 16, 14, 14. Wait, what? That's not right. Oh shit, I didn't plan her stats right. 16, 14, 14, 8, 10, 10. That's clearly not right. So I can't take her to 18. What are the feats I'm giving her? She's getting 2 ASI strength, so there's going to be 16 there. And I don't think any of her other feats boost other stats. Alright, well, dexterity is always great. I don't know if I'm giving her heavy armor. With dex, she would get it, plus it's initiative. So if I do that, that would do that, and that'd be 14, and that's probably better. Because, I mean, wisdom has, like, you know, saving throws. I could take out charisma and just do that. 16, 16, 14, 8, 12, 8. What the fuck did I write down? I have no idea what I wrote down there. Oh well. Should be good enough. And this stuff, it's not that important with her. I mean, having a perception person is actually pretty awesome here. So I'm just going to give her perception, just so if we fail at perception checks, she'll also be there with one. Okay. Next. It just gives her the action surge. Now, we do go Battle Master. Her race gives her, once per long rest, triple jump distance. Alright, so this is where I have a lot of options to choose from. We're definitely taking riposte. That's guaranteed. So when someone misses me, I can then attack them. That does normal damage plus 1d8. And this uses her dice rolls, which is her class feature. We'll see how many she gets. I think it's like 3 or something. Otherwise, God, there's so many good ones. So there's Menacing Attack, which frightens enemies, which is great because they can't move, and they have disadvantage in attack rolls. Disarming is obviously amazing. They drop their weapon. Now, wouldn't they just pick it right back up? Is the thing? No, I can pick up their weapon. That's right. I can make them drop their weapon then pick it up. So I think disarming is like a total yes. Otherwise, I wrote trip and maybe pushing. So trip knocks them prone. Which is obviously great because that gives us advantage. Yeah, I'm going to say that. Trip. So, riposte is essentially going to be my reaction. If they miss me, I can attack them. Otherwise, I can either make them drop their weapon so they do less damage, or I can knock them prone so we do massive damage to them. That makes sense. Okay. Now next, this is where it's going to get potentially tough, but Great Weapon Master, which is just the same thing I have on Will. I don't know in terms of her making up for the -5 what she has, so this might just be off most of the time. But even if it's off, she still gets that bonus of when she gets a kill or a crit, she can attack one more time. So even if we're not using the +10 damage part of it, she'll still be able to get an extra attack potentially with a kill or crit. So that's fine. Okay. This gives her the extra attack. Wow, and her race gets Misty Step. Interesting. Now, fighters are interesting because by default, they get 3 attacks. Now, she's not getting her 3rd yet, but they also get 4 feats. So fighters get more attacks and more feats than anyone. And here we go. At level 6, she gets her 2nd feat, which we're giving strength, which is going to help with the attacks and all that stuff. So it's a very basic class, but she gets all the basic good shit. Alright, so this can be moved here. Now. I can just have Karlach give her... Let's see. That's 1d10 plus 1, so 2d11 versus 2d... Well, I can just do it this way and look at it. 6 to 15, 7 to 20. So this is still better all around than that. That has what? Absolute power? Once per short rest. A good damaging attack that also could push the enemy back. Can knock them prone. Make them drop their weapon. Oh, so she can do that stuff whether she has... Ooh, interesting. Whether she has the die or not. Let's see if she can use the Faith Breaker.
Indolence breeds madness.
He is proficient in it. Sure, we'll give her Faith Breaker for now then. Fuck it. Otherwise, that's actually good starting armor. I mean, yeah, Karlach was using 14, so that's already 15. That's okay. It's really these other things I don't really have any good spares for. But we can look to see. Am I carrying anything? I've got like boots for Featherfall. Sure. There's a spell if she needs to cast spells for some weird reason. Give her a bow.
Hey, good looking.
Where am I needed?
She's not going to need a Constitution save. She doesn't have any gloves, she can use that for now.
Enough waiting. I crave blood.
Alright. So she can use her Dexterity modifier to take less damage from ranged attacks. So it'll just be her ranged weapon if she uses it. She has spells to cast if she needs to, so for some weird reason if she has to cast a spell. One of them's Frighten, whatever. Featherfall, so again, not really
The pride of the gate.
much of anything enhancing her.
Making me sweat.
But the hope is we don't really need
Love
that.
in my mind. And, well, in it.
Alright, just to make up the gaps here, I do that. Yay!
Action, not reaction.
Good news is she has 18 AC, so I mean, that's really all that matters. She's not getting benefits from anything else, but she's not at, disadvantage from anything else either. She has good weapons. That should be all that really matters in the long run. Alright, let me organize this stuff really quick. Main attack. Let's get them out of the way. Range attack. Yeah, good. Okay, move that over one. We have weak grip, prone, absolute power. And that goes there. These are her things, so she can get jump. Oh, that's a ritual. Ooh. And she can give it to anyone? Perfect. Alright, so she can enhance people's jumps. Misty Step. Alright, I don't know why there's a phone ringing sound effect in this area. It's so weird. Featherfall. Otherwise, these are spells I'll throw up here. So these will be actual healing. His Mage Hand, Ray of Fear, Wounding Ray. That goes there, and Social Knowledge. Alright, so, with these, she has Trip Attack and Disarming Attack. Right there. Good. That should be fine. So she is 4 superiority die. Oh, they're reset on short rest. That's nice. So 4 times you can either riposte, and if they attack her and miss, disarm, or trip attack. Once again, bears repeating, she is not spec'd out in terms of her gear completely. So if I ever needed to, I can come back here and do that, but I think we're fine for now, hopefully. And thankfully, Karlach has guidance now with that amulet, so that will actually come in handy quite a bit.
I've got a long road ahead.
Okay, so let's go to the Githyanki Creche, where her people have been very interested in these mind flayers and apparently have a cure, I guess. Let me the reactions turned on.
Never a
And
dull
now we
moment.
should be good. Okay. Actually, I got so much shit.
Lethal.
So let me move this out of the way. There.
Viren seems worthy of a Githyanki warrior's estimation.
To be deemed worthy by the great Lizelle of Creche Kalir.
Well, perhaps after I finish my research here, I'll join her.
Achieve the same.
Nice to see the
Welcome
dialogue
back.
already happening between
Have
them.
you made any new discoveries?
Hey. Who was it? I think it was the dwarven chick that actually sold some good potions,
What path lies
or I guess we'll call it
before me?
elixirs. You might yoink them really quick if they're in stock.
Maybe we can still go back for the others. No.
Oh!
My work is bigger than anyone.
Oh my fucking god, you idiots. I hate the companions. They just walk right... I intentionally navigated around it, but their AI went right into the explode thingy. But the gnomes that we rescued are here, but god fucking damn it, it's so stupid. I was hoping they fixed that first patch where they described something about, like, animations and reactions and shit. Apparently not. Alright, I gotta once again redo all this. Where's Shadowheart? Down
Gods are
here.
watching me.
Lady of Sorrows, guide us. If you're sure. Fine.
Gotta recruit her. Respec her, give her gear.
It is done. Blacket's will be done.
Objective noted.
I shall be here in as
What was my thing? 16. Sixteen, 16, 14, 8, 10, 10. Yeah. Dino Master. We went disarming, riposte, trip. Great Weapon Master. And then ASI Strength. And then all of this. First, I have to give her the bow, amulet, the boots,
Let's march.
a hammer,
Where am I needed?
and the gloves.
Blacket's will be done.
And that is where she was. Now I gotta do the bar. Rip. Disarm. Okay, we good. Reactions.
Is that blood?
Save the game.
Never mind.
Lethal. The Underdark is everything I thought it'd be.
And I. This environment.
I'll leave them here so I can sell this and then come back here without them killing themselves.
Deemed worthy by the great Lizelle of Fresh Kalir.
Welcome back. I do enjoy a good bargain. If anything in my private... Very well.
Time to press ahead.
Yeah, turns out the gnomes came here, so it's cool I came back here to sell.
Don't burn yourself.
The Karlak gave me guidance.
Moving ahead.
We've had some rest. Iron Hand keep us safe.
The Myconids are trying to help, but I keep seeing my friends in Moonrise screaming.
Thanks again for offing that drow. Only made it here because of you. But I can't stop thinking about the rest of us. Stuck in Moonrise with a bunch of sadists. Poor bastards.
You saved my skin, but there's more bastards out there. For everyone you kill, paint on me.
No need for me to ask how you fared. Some of my kin have already made it here, safe and sound.
It's past time we were back in the city. But if you find yourself there, call on us. The Iron Hand gnomes are good friends to have.
Alright. Just a potato and a dagger. Healing potatoes. See, Lear's still locked up in Moonrise Tower.
I heard about Walbran. But the cause is bigger than any one of us. You've made sure his work is done, even if he's not there to see it. He'd be grateful.
That was it. I couldn't ask the other questions
A
or
little
whatever.
more rest, and I'll be ready to get out of here.
Alright.
I believe I'm saying it, but I missed
So I can't loot the bodies. It's considered stealing, unfortunately. This is marked as a quest item and not stealing. I don't know if it's really stealing or not, so I'm going to save the game before I do it. Blooming Drow. Oh, that is definitely stealing. It's not. So this is Nir's head that I gave him. It's now blooming. I don't know what I do with it. Okay, but I'll take it. It's 5 pounds. Carrying a 5-pound head around with me.
I don't know half of what they're saying, but at least they're peaceful.
We'll be clearing out. No point in lingering now.
Unless she restocked. Again, she sold some good potions. Elixirs. I don't think any of this other stuff is changing. Yeah, like this. Elixir of the Hill Giant. Strength to 21. Buying them for now. I think it's better if I do it in this menu. I think it sorts it here, doesn't it? Fire resist. Poison. There's a haste one. Fuck it. Buy the haste one. Cures a whole bunch of shit. Okay. I think I already have the dye. Giant. Alright.
Have I got everything then?
And now... Goblin camp, I guess. So we are heading... I guess it's gonna be Risen Road and over, because you can't go north from here. Unless I can hop up that. No, you can't. You're too fucking high. I don't know if the camera will let me see up there. Well, actually... Depending on how good people can jump, and since she has that ritual spell to make them triple the jump distance, we can jump up here. I think. God. That's the camera because I have that camera mod. So the camera mod's the only mod that gets affected when the game updates. Which is why I'm not installing any other mods. Because even if the camera mod doesn't work, oh well, it's fine. But if I install any other mod and it doesn't work, it might fuck something up. Alright, let's see, can anyone... I'm sure she can hop up there on her own without any kind of boost. Nothing around here, okay. Nope, that is too high.
Looking ahead.
I'm sure no one else can get boosts, or can get up there without the boost, so...
Never a dull moment.
Triple the range, this is insane. Oh, that's still too high, even with it? Oh, okay. Damn. So it says distance, I don't know if it means height as well, that's alright. I gotta go to Risen Road. We'll head over this way.
This whole thing reeks of it.
That'll wake you up of a fine day, won't it?
I do not need awakening. My senses are sharp as steel.
Very well.
Up here, obviously. We're there with the village. Let's right at the village. I can keep going straight.
Is this your first time on the Sword Coast, Lae'zel?
Yes. It is much more lively than the Githyanki slates led me to believe.
Just wait till you see Baldur's Gate. You'll never want to leave.
It's interesting that these two are friends, because, like, you know, on the surface you think, oh, they're both aggressive, but they're not. Karlach's not really aggressive. Like, she's a barbarian, but, like, she's very sweet. They seem to be buddy-buddy.
That might be worth a look.
Nothing else down here.
Scratches that size. Something powerful made these.
Yeah.
The dragon's claw scratches.
Oh, the dragon!
Unmistakable.
Yeah, we saw the dragon from a distance. I'll turn that off for now. Alright.
A dragon rider. My kin are near.
It's huge.
I tangled with a dragon once.
So normally I don't think you'd be able to see this without the... Yeah, you wouldn't be able to see it without the native camera tweak. The mod. You'd only be able to see the shadow. Okay, Lae'zel was frightened when she saw that. Oh shit. Mountain Pass. That's not where we're going. We're going over here. Let's finish looking over here.
More for me.
Oh, there's a fast travel here. Damn it. Missed that when we were first here. I pushed that 2 feet over to the side to get it. That's good. Yeah, just right here at the crush. I'm gonna actually let her be in front to do the talking.
Don't be shy.
And I'm gonna give guidance if she doesn't have any speech checks or whatever.
For battle. An efficient path.
Oh, I can talk. Oh, there you go.
weapons!
I'll feed your innards to the ants before I do that, Istik.
This is your last chance!
No, look up. That was your last chance, Istik. Now burn!
Lae'zel's the only Githyanki I've ever seen. So it's so cool to see they're not just like green. I thought they were all just green. White with black. Dude, that's dope. Dragon.
Stop wasting time, Beretta.
You're not here to play with the locals.
Of course, Kithrak. We merely sought to...
No excuses. Question, kill, then move on. Find the weapon. Our queen watches us. Fail
The
her
weapon.
at your peril.
You know what
Red
weapon they're looking
dragon.
for.
I envy its knight. Would that I rode such a steed. A crash must be near. Come, my kin await.
That dragon incinerated his soldiers. Surely this isn't safe.
The dragons serve Githyanki. I'll see it does you no harm. Follow me. We are close to the cure we seek.
Oh, and she's now not in the party. Okay.
What's hiding here?
Item received backpack. I think back. Oh, this thing. Oh, this is her inventory. Okay.
that?
Well, I guess I'll get guidance on me since he's there.
Attention!
Let's get going. Swift as my feet can carry me.
Oh, sounds like they're arguing.
Queen's children prove so stubborn.
Ryder, my time is short. Lead me to...
Shh, shh, shh. Such a familiar tone. Were I not merciful, I would slice the skin clean from your meat. Yet you are not bleeding. For I am nothing if not merciful. Your name, child.
I'll nod to her. Go ahead.
Lae'zel.
Lae'zel. Proud. Regal, even. You will call me Gestil Kithrak.
Voss, Knight Supreme. The Queen's silver, the Queen's sword.
I am who you say. A Geich vessel has fallen from the sky, Lae'zel. Thieves aboard have taken a weapon most precious. It is polyhedric in shape and inscribed with the sacred runes of our people.
You suddenly feel a strange anxiety take hold. Not your own, but that of the artifact you carry. Somehow, it's afraid. You attune your mind to it. The artifact does not want to fall into the Gith Raiders' hands any more than it does the Absolute followers.
Take word to your creche. You are to join our search. Speak up, child. Affirm your mandate.
Persuade. Play along. You could check here.
You honor me with this duty, Kithrak. I shall alert my caretaker with haste.
The Kithrak nods, content with Lae'zel's answer.
You serve your queen well, child. Take your slaves and hunt those who escaped the Geich ship. They must carry the weapon. I fly now to Vlaakith, our undying queen. She will see your faith rewarded in this plane and ours.
So to pretend to be her
current
slaves.
Deception carries Voss's words. Wherever he flies, it is not to Vlaakith.
Ooh.
To Danos! To the sky!
He's a liar. Okay. Interesting.
Damn it all! You did well to intervene, vexed as I am to admit it. The Gestil Kithrak would have flayed our skin and left our carcasses to burn in the sun. All for the sake of the artifact that we carry. The creche is near, this much we know. We follow the path forward and into the valley. No one, not even the ignoble Gestil Kithrak, will keep me from my purification.
Okay. I think I gotta give her this stuff back? Yeah.
Eager for battle.
Still breathing, despite everything.
Let's see. That goes that way. Where's this? Oh, that's where we came up from. There.
These boots have seen everything.
Okay. So over here. So I can go up top first. Or not. Okay. Oh, metal shield.
Fire.
+2. Okay, all this stuff is trash.
Seems simple enough.
Oh. This is another zone. Huh. Okay. Everything? This is something we do when we're in long rests. Do a manual save. Never had to leave before. The only other time we leave is through the elevator. It gives us a warning about. Ooh. So we have 2 ways to leave, both giving warnings. This is the time where I'm gonna video game it up, and I want to see all the things. I'm gonna try to see if I can get like a spoiler-free. Which one do we take? Do we lose out? I mean, maybe we don't lose out on going the other way. I'm gonna try to find this out. What is it? Mountain Pass and elevator. Okay. I'm just gonna say Mountain Pass or elevator or Underdark first. Recommend doing the Mountain Pass first, as long as you don't complete one path before going back to the other. Oh, okay. You can do both, but there's a specific way to do it. That's good to know. So just don't complete one path. How do I know if I complete a path? That would be slightly spoilery, I'm sure, but if I can find out how to know how to complete it. Oh. Just don't enter the shadow cursed lands. Okay. As long as you don't finish the mountain area. Alright. Cool. So just don't finish this, which I would assume means not leaving to whatever I just said, shadow cursed lands. Okay. So that time I'm totally fine looking that up because I want to do all the things. So supposedly we can go through here and still come back. What's this?
Hellsfire. She's coming.
Oh.
Will, you've been naughty. And you know what happens when you're naughty.
Gods damn it. Anyone but her.
Again, warlocks, the lore behind them is they get their magic by making deals with demons or something of that nature. Is this the demon he made a deal with? Just who in the 9 hells are you?
Will, you absolute stinker. You kept me a secret? Time to let the Hellcat out of the bag. Call me Mizora. I'm Will's patron.
Yeah, okay.
Fount of his power. My pet's been unruly, and his leash needs a yank. We had a deal, Will. But Karlak's still breathing.
Oh,
I've
she's...
taken more pleasant shits than you, Mizora. And at least those can be buried after.
That's no kind of talk for a lady. By the way, Karlak, Zariel sends her regards.
You told me! Devils only! She's a tiefling, not a monster!
How precious. The little pupster's found his bark.
Clause G, Section 9. Target shall be limited to the infernal, the demonic, the heartless, and the soulless.
Karlak meets the criteria by virtue of having no heart.
Yeah. You better not lay a damn finger on Karlak.
Don't you worry. That ship has long sailed the Styx. But a defiant pup must still pay his price. To wit.
Will will burns in the fires of Avernus. The lightning storms of Dis strike his flesh. His soul passes through each layer of the hells, gaining their essence and their torment.
Oh. Okay.
That's better.
What the hells have you done?
A promise broken, a price paid. You know the terms. Get used to the new form, pet. There's no going back. Some magic even I can't undo. Now, let's see how the frontiers fare without their precious blade. Karlach, keep an eye on him, would you? I'll be keeping mine on you. Oh, and Will, don't forget, our pact still stands. Ta-ta.
Okay. And it even updated his picture. Nothing else special changed about him. Okay, interesting.
I'll be honest, soldier. I'm reeling. Will hardly knows me, but he chose my life over his. Been a long time since someone stuck their neck out for me like that.
You must be relieved.
Gobsmacked, really. But grateful. Really grateful. I could learn a thing or two from a man like that. Hopefully we won't turn into mind flayers first.
So I guess it just forced us to long rest, I'm assuming. Because this is something I want to do before... I was going to do this before we took the elevator. Is just do a bunch of long rests, because I have a lot of stuff that should trigger from long rests, hopefully. Definitely the Halcyon thing. But I still haven't seen the bear cub. I'm hoping that's a long rest, and we didn't miss it. And who knows what else. So I'm going to just spam long rests at some point. And I'd rather do it sooner than later in case there's something I miss.
God's damn her, straight back to the hells. Just look at me. I did what was right, and Mazora made me pay for it. I'd be hunting devils and demons, she said. Traitors and hypocrites, heartless evils of all sorts, but not Zariel's victims. Not innocent tieflings.
Oof. Damn. Okay. What'd you expect? She's a devil. Hardly a paragon of honesty.
All these years. You'd think it's a lesson I'd have well learned. It's Mazora who grants me the power to conjure armor and cast eldritch blasts. Before I was infected, I could even call hell beasts and summon festering clouds, but I promise you, every thrust of my blade and every flame I sparked was for the good of the coast.
And let me guess, this pact is what caused the rift between you and your father.
I can't utter the terms or circumstances of the pact. I can tell you most all else, but the pact, I'm forbidden, unless Mazora permits it. But I'll say this. The moment I pacted myself to Mazora, I have not regretted for a heartbeat. It was my proudest deed. It was worth the sacrifice. All I can give you on that is my solemn word.
Interesting.
The Gith Knight is as merciless as the dragon he rides. That we still have our heads is nothing short of a miracle.
How's it feel to be a devil?
It's said that anyone who bathes in the river of blood emerges as one born anew. It's a lot like that, I imagine. I feel the weight of these horns on my head, curling upwards like a mammoth's tusks. I feel these ridges snaking down my neck, not to mention a few bumps and prongs in unmentionable places. But I haven't seen my reflection just yet. Be my mirror. What do you see?
I see the blade of frontiers. No more, no less.
It's because you know the heart lurking under the horns. The people will see a curiosity, maybe even a beast hungry for their souls. But I will slay their monsters, keep them safe, and one day they will see the Blade of Frontiers again.
Alright. Any extra dialogue? That little bit that we just saw from Lizelle?
Speak quickly.
Nope. What about anything else from Karlach, maybe?
That contraption's a hot ticket item. Might not be our last scrap for its sake.
So you and Mizora know each other. How?
We were both part of Zariel's inner circle. Her by choice, me by force. In the grand scheme of things, I'm inconsequential to Zariel. Sure, I've got the engine, but I wasn't even her strongest fighter. But she favored me like a child favors a captive pet. Mizora envied the attention, I suppose. I'm sure when Zariel gave her the order to hunt me down, Mizora was delighted.
Think she'll keep coming after you?
I don't know. You'd think she'd have more important things to do. Devils and their pride.
I can see why you're so keen to escape.
No kidding. The fighting, the chaos, the betrayal. It had the makings of a good stage show, but I did not want to be one of the players.
Alright. Well. Seems like that's everything for now. Alright. Go to bed.
Tonight, you can't chase the thoughts of that poor girl you killed from your head. You
Oh,
wonder
yeah.
what she looked like as she died. Squirming, skewered in abject agony.
Do I give in to the memory? Just to let it pass? Sigh dreamily at the fantasy.
You would have
I can't
given
control it.
anything
I'm
to have
sleeping.
seen it.
I can't
As you
control that I
jolt
liked
awake,
it.
Too many questions plague you.
Now that I'm awake, I don't like it.
When the proud deed of her death was yours, why do you have no recollection of it?
My lord, jubilant day. I have found your vile self at last.
The fuck is this?
Sceleritas fell. Your loyal and ever-adoring butler. I followed you, my dear rotted master. We have been parted so tragically long.
What in the hell do you mean you're my butler?
Oh, one hell of a butler. The most unprincipled servant you could hope for. You have always struggled to conduct yourself properly without me. I found you following the stench of that bard. She reeked across the coast like a piece of dog muck on the road.
Did you cause me to kill her?
Such fine work could never be done by a wretch like me. Anyways, I come once again bearing a part of your dreadful inheritance. You earned this iniquitous prize through your great show of exceptional violence the other night. I'm sure Master will be better soon. A fellow of your fine breeding is never down for long. I cannot wait until your next act of shameless barbarity.
You are going to tell me everything about my past life.
Though I would love to regale you with your past triumphs, I cannot. I am forbidden to interfere. Our betters will not allow it. Be true to yourself, my lord.
Interesting. So I have a butler. The Death Stalker Mantle. The shadow itself. Once per turn, when you kill an enemy, enshroud yourself in darkness to become invisible. What? It's not even a spell. It's just once per turn. If you get a kill, you go invisible. Dude. And that's a fucking cape that we don't have for anyone. That would be amazing for me or Karlach for our sneak attacks. That has to be Karlach, because for me, again, my sneak attack procs from just advantage, so I can just be above people. So now Karlach doesn't even need to hide. Oh my god. That's nuts. Like, what?
I have a lot on my mind.
Wow. Okay. And that's so cool. What the fuck was that thing? That was so detailed. He looks so awesome. Oh my god.
One day I'll catch a break.
Alright, so again, I still have the long rest for the house and stuff to complete, as well as potentially trigger any other companion stuff, or hell, maybe my Dark Urge stuff like that. But I'm gonna hope that... Like, I know it's technically like Act 2 when we go to the Moonrise things. I'm assuming things won't skip if I don't do them, if I could do them before we do that. So I don't think I need a long rest now. But again, I do know I want to spam long rest before we leave. Alright. So I can have her cast Aid on us. Well, we don't really need it. Oh, that's right. But I do want to do all these things. I wrote down every time I short rest or long rest. Aid, okay. Speak with animals. I'll speak with the dead, but we need a dead body for that. I just lost... Where is it? Oh, Long Strider from him, which technically, again, I should have Long Strider once we get 2 more levels, because then Will can speak with animals, and I'll take a Long Strider. So we can get Long Strider, and then again, it's Aid. I guess I will cast, whatever. Oh, you know what? I can't... I guess I have to, like... Because I need people grouped up for Long Strider. At the very least, I can give it to Lae'zel. And my character. Oh no, Will's here too, so 3 of us. Oh, that's perfect. We're next to each other. So I gotta dismiss Karlach.
Soldier? Sounds boring. Ah.
Root him.
Githyanki patrolling these wilds is an unexpected surprise. Whatever they seek, they'll not hesitate to kill us if we stand in their way.
Alright, join.
You have my attention. My pleasure.
Oh, it's a ritual. Now we're good. Never mind. I don't have to have them stand together. Perfect. That's even better. This increases movement speed until long rests, which is what's amazing. Might as well give it to Shadowheart as well for if we switch back to Shadowheart today, which I doubt we will. We only have an hour left, but whether it's today or whenever before we long rest. And that's everything. Yep. Alright.
No one stopped me yet.
How can I help? I question the wisdom of that. I'll be here.
Have to keep going.
What's on your mind?
This for now, because she has guidance, I like it next to me, so it's quicker to switch to. Okay. Leave camp. So, Mountain Pass. New map. Where's the crash? I would show it. One thing I'm concerned about is, like, how do I know if I've completed the thing? Okay, I want to look this up again. How do I know if I've completed Mountain Pass? Oh, that's right. No. They said it's leaving to whatever the fuck it's called, Shadow Area. Okay, so that's how I know. Why did they reorganize this? What the hell? Wait, what? How am I encumbered? Stuff isn't even that heavy. Oh shit. Shadowheart had all my like lockpicks and shit. Ugh. So I do have to give that to Lae'zel. Okay. God damn it. Also, oh, because I'm carrying the head, that has to be sent to. Well, for now, that will give us the. Okay. All right, we gotta go back to camp. Dismiss. Where the fuck is she? Down here. Dismiss Lae'zel. Okay, while I'm here. No, none of this stuff is being deposited in there. Fuck. Alright. Again, if they allow us to see party inventory when we're in camp, I wouldn't have to do this micromanaging shit, but...
You must have...
Dismiss.
As you say.
And recruit. Thankfully she's next to her, though.
May the darkness protect you. All right.
Alright, and then send this stuff into the bag. Put this bag to me for now, and then I'll give that to her.
Still alive.
I still feel like I'm carrying
So
like
progress.
something extremely fucking heavy. Because this stuff should not be weighing me down. Oh, 12 pounds of that. Oh yeah, no, 24. Okay. Okay, good, thank God. I was gonna say something else was happening if that wasn't that. Alright, cool, we're good.
Shah's blessings upon you. If you're sure. Fine.
Have to keep going.
So that's like one of the core mods I would love to install is just inventory, increasing the weight. But unfortunately, those are the type of mods that potentially could cause issues if they bug out.
It is done.
It should still be relatively safe, but those ones I don't want to fuck with when I'm streaming. There's a very small chance that if the mods break, it could actually fuck up your save. I know that happened with some other mods too recently.
Enough waiting. I crave
Alright, so that's there. And everything else should be fine because we're selling all of this. Alright.
How much further can I go?
I don't have a merchant in town. We do have a fast travel right there, so yeah, I have to go to... Entering a different region? Sure. Shouldn't matter, I'm assuming. Let me check the log to make sure the house and stuff didn't, like, skip, because we didn't do it yet, because otherwise, again, I might have to long rest before we go to Mountain Pass, but seeing as that's technically not Act 2 yet, I would hope and assume it doesn't matter. Yeah, so it should be fine.
Don't know the half of it. With a bit of luck, we'll meet a beholder.
Alright, you guys stay there, because you're too stupid. Oh, this guy left. Ooh. So that means certain things do happen. Fuck. I'm not sure if I'm... These guys are still here, but this guy left. I just don't know if I'm going to miss something by not long resting right now. Should I just spam long rest now? Like reload the save before we waste the Mountain Pass? I'd burn through so many resources. I think I have to. I think I have to spam long rest now, because I don't want to end up missing something. So that was the manual save here. The only downside is, again, I'm going to lose a bunch of supplies. Let me do a quick save in case I need this. But I want to see how much supplies I have. The problem is it's in my storage. And I don't think... It's so heavy I can't take it out. So it's not going to give me the right number. I probably should be safe, like having a bajillion of these things. Yeah, just because he left, that means some things potentially trigger by going into the next region, so I don't really want to do that until I spam rest, which is good. I mean, it's actually going to be fun, because we're going to see these cutscenes. I'm assuming companion stuff. We just saw Dark Urge. I know Halsin. Okay. Let's go to camp and see if that stops the flickering. Nope. So I gotta load the save. Here.